Check 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Come on. That's right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up. Then it bust it open, lift it up. Yeah, come on, lift it up. Then it bust it open for your B-O-Y. Then it, for your rockin' for your lift it up, baby. Mix it with your bust or not.
Come on, blaze, so you know.
Drop me a nasty beat.
Happy birthday to me. I mean, what we talking about? Girl, what's going on? How is y'all doing? It is a Voo Day. Happy Voo Day. Yes, it's Voo Day. Today is my birthday. Yes. Okay. And it's all about me. Unapologetically. Yes, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Don't worry if you can't support financially. Listen, I appreciate everybody who support financially. If you're here, that's all I care about. Thank you to everybody in the building. Shout out to all of you. I love you guys so much. You guys are nothing short of amazing. It is Voo Day. Yes, it is. In case you didn't know, now you know. Today is Voo Day. Yes, it is. And you know, it wouldn't be right if we didn't share a tribute of the Voo. You feel what I'm saying? Now, on this day in 1983, my mother decides to climb up on top of a table and pass me through, okay? Now, she may not have known it, but I did, even though I don't remember. I knew that I was destined to be great. You know what I'm saying? I always knew I was different. I always knew that, girl, like, I'm not like the other people. Like, you know, I'm always thinking differently. I'm always doing too much, you know, over the top, gold fall type teas or whatever the case. And, you know, a lot of people felt like, oh, boo, oh, here you go. But, you know, I love being me. You know what I'm saying? So what had happened was I came, you know, it took me a while to figure out my ways and what I was going to do and how I was going to be and who I was. But once I found out, it was up and then it was stuck. Okay. I'm just giving y'all a little bio on the Voo. You feel what I'm saying? So then, you know, like I said, it was a time coming up in these streets. Even though we didn't really live in the streets because I had good parents. It was a time coming up in the streets, and yeah, I always found myself, grounded in the people, like up with the people. I was grounded in the people. And as a young girl, I knew I could sing. I couldn't really dance for real, but I was a singer. I was a great writer. I was a great everything, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, girl, what is I'm going to do? What is I'm going to do? What is I'm going to do? So, I grew older. Hold on. Get baby boo on here. These are old. These are all me. So, I grew and I went through a few trials and tribulations, as we all do, you know what I'm saying? And then I finally feel like right now where I am today is my footing. This is my calling. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is where I'm supposed to be in this moment, right here, right now, with every single person on this live, and even in past lives, both figuratively and literally. But at the end of the day, I am so blessed to see 42. I had to think about how old I was, girl. I've been so busy. I haven't even been having time to do anything. You feel what I'm saying? I have to look at the calendar to see how old I really am. You know what I'm saying? But I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed. My mama decided to go ahead on and pass me through here. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. And I'm blessed to be here. And I'm blessed to be here with y'all because you guys, I really take birthdays seriously. I know it get on a lot of people's nerves because everybody don't make it to see birthdays. You know what I'm saying? And some people might look at it like, oh, it's just so like weird. It doesn't even make sense. Da, da, da. But at the end of the day, we have to be mindful that everybody isn't able to be here. Some people don't make it, unfortunately. I know I have 2 siblings that passed, so I really cherish birthdays or whatever the case may be. But I just wanted to let y'all know it is Voo Day. Yes, it is. If you didn't know, now you know. Make sure y'all like the video. If not on any other day, today, like the video, and happy Voo Day to me. So before we get the day started, I'm going to go ahead on and play my own birthday song. Yes, I am, because it is my day. Voo Day, yes, it is. And I want everybody, any and everybody in here at the sound of my voice to drop a cake, a heart, a like. I don't give a damn what you drop. Drop something down in the chat to say happy birthday to Voo. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Happy birthday to me, y'all. Like the video if you haven't already. Let's get the birthday song going. To you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Yes, happy birthday, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. We got a show to do. I will be going live at the Dollhouse later on, so don't fret. If you missed today's live on the replay game, meet me down here this evening. Meet me down here this evening, but it is my birthday though.
We did it. We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe. We did it. Yes, we did. We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe. Shout out to everybody in the building. Rhonda's Glam Corner, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Meek, hey Meek, thank you for the super chat, $42. Thank you. Happy birthday. Somebody else sent me a cash app too. Thank you so much, Meek, with the brown eyes for the cash app. For the super chat. Hold on. Somebody sent, a few people sent me some cash apps. Go ahead on, y'all. Y'all must have got y'all taxes. Thank you, Carol Foster, for the super chat. Hold on. Cash app. I got some cash apps on here too. William, thank you so much. Beautiful. Nicole, thank you for the cash app. Farron, thank you for the cash app. Deandra, Amber, William, Tanya, Thank y'all so much, Sage. You sent me some the other day. Chelsea, Terry, thank y'all, all y'all so much. Farron, Allie, thank y'all so much for the cash apps. Thank you, Meek, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Y'all don't have to do this. As long as y'all like the video is all I really care about, for real. But I ain't gonna turn the money down, but I'm just saying. Viva la Asha, thank you for the super sticker. Bree, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday to the #1 content creator. Love you. And I love you back. Thank you so much. Belinda, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. Love you. Love you too. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. Beautiful Ink, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. Blessings upon blessings. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Deserving One, happy birthday, my Pisces niece. March 10th. Okay, Pisces auntie. Thank you so much for the super chat. 7. Thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. Happy healthy birthday to my bestie at Voodoo. Much love. I love you too, bestie. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat, Shensia Pinkett. Thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Vu. She says, stay blessed, and I'm wishing you so many more. Hashtag Pisces gang. Gang, gang. Stop acting crazy. Of course. Thank you, Shensia. Thank you, William. Thank you, beautiful, for the super chat. Happy birthday, Vu. I love you, Boo. Pisces gang. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. I love y'all so much. Sipping the hot tea. Thank you for the super. Thank you for being a member for 8 months. That's so big. Thank you. Happy birthday, Boo. Thank you, T. D. Miss Parker, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. Enjoy your day. Hit that like button and keep them super chats coming. Turn up, sis. Thank y'all so much, bro. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all don't have to keep sending these super chats because I got to get into the show. I mean, I appreciate y'all, but I got to get into the show. Thank you so much. Pretty and well. Thank you for the super chat. Happy born day, Dr. Vu. Thank you for all you do. We love and appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's just me. Thank you for the super chat. Tea time. Well, let me see. Yeah, tea time. Thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. It's my daughter's birthday too. Her name is Luna and she turns 11. Happy birthday, Luna. That's dope. Luna, 11. You guys, can I say something too? I feel like I got something in my nose. But can I say something too, you guys? It just dawned on me. Today is not just my birthday, but today it starts a new chapter in my life, and I am so blessed. Like, y'all don't even understand. Like, it took me all the way up until now to get where I am, and I didn't even know that's where I was supposed to be from the beginning, but I get it. You got to go through this to get to that. You got to have that to get this. I get that. But I am so happy. I am more happy now than I've ever been in my life. Like, all around. My daughter's graduating from college, dean's list. I'm in a career place where I really want to be, and I know I belong. Where I know I can make an impact. Like, it's something so special about this day. So when Tea Time says her daughter name is Luna and she turns 11, we all know 1-1. You know, it's all coming full circle. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all down here in the chat, for real. Thank you, Tea Time. Miss Kitty Cat Queenie, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. Wishing you many more, doll. Happy Boo Day. Yes, Boo Day. It is Boo Day. Thank you so much. Dee Dee, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Dr. Boo. Love you down to the ground. Enjoy your day. And thank you so much for making it rain.
I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
Thank you so much. I was running back to this thing to get some dog to get a napkin. I feel like something in my nose. Thank you so much, DD. I appreciate you. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Mercy Pie 82. Thank you for the super chat. It's your day. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Bria J, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Dr. Vu. I went to a Mary J concert last night and fighting a hangover right now. I was so happy when I got that notification. Let me tell you something. One thing about Mary got her stuff with her, but when Mary do a show, I've seen Mary in concert a few times. Mary don't play. Mary do not play. Do you understand me? Mary don't play. Mary don't play. Speaking of Mary, y'all know, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm a band head. I'm from New Orleans, so music runs deep in New Orleans, right? And I'm a band head. Sorry. I'm a band head. And I'm glad you brought up Mary because I have found this video of this band. And hold on, how do you get out of here? I have found this video of this band, and they were playing Mary J. Blige's My Life. And when I tell you, This is the most beautiful rendition of this song that I've ever heard. I gotta go get it. And I can't be on here too long now, y'all, but hold on. How do I get to me on here? Shoot. Following for you, TikTok. Girl, I'm trying to get to it. I'm gonna find it. But thank you so much for coming on here. And thank you for the super chat. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't even understand the time in which we're in right now. I don't think y'all really understand it. We are in crazy times. I know it seems like a lot going on, but it's so like we are where we're supposed to be. Like, I'll just say that. We're definitely where. I can't find this doggone girl. I hate TikTok. We'll get to it. But yeah, thank you for the super chat because I don't want to hold up the show. We got to get into the show, y'all. Courtney, thank you for being a member for 2 months. She says, happy birthday, Voodoo. You bring so much joy to the masses. May you have many more. Bless you, sis. Thank you so much. Martavius, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. Thank you for spreading knowledge. Thank you so much. And Educational Friday will be on this Friday. Stop acting crazy. I'm sorry about last Friday. I had to travel, but we will be bike this Friday. Cleopatra Jones, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Voo. Have a wonderful, special day. Love you, Queen. Thank you so much. Y'all like the video. Vo Stevensons, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Voo, to my favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody in the building, bro. Shout out Diva Kikas. Thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. I love you. I love you too. Thank you. Sipping the hot tea. Thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. We hope you have the best birthday yet. Love you down to the ground. Thank you so much. Courtney, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo, sis. Thank you. Thank you. Destiny, thank you for the super chat. Jordan Mundy, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Happy birthday, Dr. Vu. Love you. Yes, doctor. Heavy on the doctor, light on the Vu. Remember that. Thank you so much. Cookie, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, dog. Wishing you many, many more. Thank you so much. Y'all get the likes up on the video, guys, please. And thank you. I appreciate each and everybody in the building. We got to get to the show. I need to find that rendition, though. I got to find it. Tina Houston, thank you for the super chat. She says, happy birthday. Thank you so much. Lynn, thank you. Happy birthday. May blessings continue to follow you. Thank you so much, Lynn. Reality Love Me. Thank you for the super chat. Happy Voo Day to you. Love you down to the ground. And I love your bag. Reality Love Me. Thank you. Tamara Talks, I'm sorry. Happy birthday to the best to do it in these YouTube streets and is. Yes. Happy birthday, Boo. Love you down. Love you too. Oh, live your dream. Thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. Get something cute for yourself. Hello, Pisces. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all, you know, I haven't, like I said, I've been so busy. I ain't been doing nothing. I've been so busy just doing this and all this other stuff, girl. I haven't been doing anything, but I haven't even had time to sit down and think about me, but I appreciate all y'all for blessing me today. Thank y'all so much. Shaquana, thank you for being a member for 8 months. Today is my daughter Honesty's 10th birthday. What? Luna? Honesty? She loves watching you. She's going to be home from school by the time you go live at the dollhouse. Happy birthday, Luna, and happy birthday, Honesty. I love that name. Thank you so much. Happy birthday. Miss Pitts, thank you for the super chat. Andrea Bercy, thank you for the super chat. She says, happy birthday, Vu. Thank you so much. Tina Sanders, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Ivory Cole, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. Thank you. Brandon Prather, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Vu. Shaquana, thank you for the super chat. She says, this all I got, sis. Got 2 Pisces daughters. Girl, listen, that's all you have is enough. Thank you so much, Shaquana. I appreciate you. Yeah, is that your name? Yeah, Shaquana. Thank you so much. Screen Queen, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, happy birthday, Boo. Thank you. Reed, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. Thank you. Girl, we getting coins and all type of currencies, girl. Cosmic Sun Soul, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, beautiful Boo. Thank you so much. Litty Talks, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. Thank you. KJ, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday to a real one, and is a real one. Thank you for the super chat. Miss Parker, thank you again for the super chat. Make it rain, them super chats and cash apps. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. Nicole, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Voodoo. Thank you. And Nikki, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. Love you down to the ground. Love you too. Meek, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, March Game. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody in the building. Stay Space, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Dr. Boo. It's your day. Thank you for all you do. Thank you so much. Guys, listen. I had found this dude named Byron Cole. His mama was an activist in the community in New Orleans, and he's an activist as well. A lot of people don't like him because they don't understand him, but I adore him. I actually saw him from Mardi Gras under the bridge. But look, they had this, the clear people, this gentrification going on in New Orleans, and they had this clear lady, these clear people moving into the 7th Ward and all downtown, uptown. They basically infiltrating the whole spot. So mind you, they got black people who've been there because they got parents and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's been there, right? So this lady had a dog that wasn't on a leash, and it attacked his chicken. Y'all, this is an old video, but y'all got to see this video. Check it out.
These fucking transplants, they do what the fuck they want to do. Period. This hoe right here. Her dog around there jumped on Churches. Churches ain't moving. I told this hoe she gonna replace my fucking chicken. Bitch, you can shut the door all you want, ho. I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of your privilege. I ain't scared of your white landlord. I ain't scared of the fucking mayor. I ain't scared of the fucking police. And I ain't on your property, bitch. You're supposed to have your dog on a fucking leash. You done killed my fucking chicken. I gotta take my fucking chicken to the fucking vet. Cause you do what you want to do. You filthy white hoe. Got no respect for none of you. Oh, he walking. Oh, thank God. Thank God. All right, Churches. All right. All right. I'm still gonna get that hoe though. Fuck that hoe.
So to everybody wondering, Churches is doing fine. He's walking now. He was a little afraid at first because he said, her dog was on the leash and Churches wasn't walking. But Churches, I'm happy to report, Churches is doing fine. He's walking. He's back on his feet. Hopefully Churches know how to use them wings. I know they don't fly, but at least he can get them up above the dogs when they go to attacking them. So shout out to Churches. Shout out to Byron Cole. Yeah, I love that Churches was able to make it out. You know what I'm saying? Churches was able to make it out. And that's big, especially with the price of eggs these days. Churches made it out. Yes, he did. So shout out to Byron and Churches, bro. That's a big commodity. Right now, you could trade chickens for a car. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And the transplants, we call them transplants simply because they're not from New Orleans. They coming from all over the world, Craig, and just moving in, acting like they've been there. Y'all know how the clears do. You get it? But yeah, they just coming from all over everywhere. And then, these houses and these people been in these houses for scolds and blows. Do you hear me? And then here come, the transplant. So yeah, shout out to everybody in the building. No, we got to get into the show, you guys. We have to get into the show. Y'all like the video if you haven't already, please. And thank you. Stay Space. Thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Dr. Vu. It's your day. Thank you for all you do. Thank you so much. Sharon, thank you for the super chat. Lovely Gemini, Gemini, thank you for the super chat. She says, happy birthday, Vu. Wishing you many more by many more acorns, sis. Thank you so much. Coco Sunshine, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. Thank you, T. Roberts. Thank you for the super chat. Happy your day, Vu. Thank you for everything. Thank you so much, y'all. Y'all mean the world to me, bro. Ty Styles, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Auntie Vu. Thank you, niece. Thank you, niece. And Dayla Morrow, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday to my favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much. Y'all, we got to get into the show. So, okay. I'm so sorry if I'm rushing through the super chats. We just got to get into the show. Keisha Monroe, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Vu. Love you. Thank you so much. All right. So, who we got on the docket today? We got the Detroit mother. We need to start with her. Oh, yes, we do. We need to start with her. The Detroit mother. Get me off of here. Thank you, Vu, for all you do, girl. Get off of here. Thank you, Vu. Get off of here, Vu. Get off of here. Now it's time for business, okay? Now, y'all wait, girl, did I take me off? Girl, I turned the camera off. Do you guys recall? Thank you, Method to My Madness, for the super chat. 83 was a hell of a year. Happy birthday, Vu. That's what they said. They said it. Mm-hmm. Listen, now, do y'all recall? Hold on. Let me adjust. Mm-hmm. Let's get it together. the Detroit mama who left them churn in the car, and at first they said the churn froze to death, and then they say it was carbon monoxide poisoning, and they did a whole article talking about how it's purely an accident. People can die from carbon monoxide poisoning and things of that nature. I don't know why this article had such vested interest to come to this woman's defense, but basically people read articles and think that that's the guy's word. So everybody just went on and was like, oh, case closed. It was an accident. Boom, boom, boom. Well, there were rumors that she left the kids in the car while she went in the casino and gambled with somebody else. They said it was her mama, allegedly. I don't know it. I wasn't there. If you're from Detroit, you let me know. But I was like, she had 4 kids, but only 2 of them passed. It was also rumored that one of the babies ain't have on no clothes, but like a t-shirt and a diaper in the freezing cold. She got a warrant out for her arrest. We gonna get into it. Wendy Williams. Oh my God, Wendy Williams, it was looking so good for her. She had got the evaluation, everything was going good, and then boom, now the judge says that they really want to move Wendy to a more secure location, and basically the judge is mad. We don't know how this is gonna work. I just feel bad for Wendy. People offering her places to stay. It's a lot going on. Also, we got Teyana Taylor. Her divorce is final. We're going to talk about what she got through that. Stephen A. Smith backpedaling again. He backpedals so much, it's annoying. Whew, we'll get into him with the LeBron James. He went on a whole nother podcast with a whole nother tune. He's so lame to me. I'm just saying, he's just so lame. And then we also have the Department of Education has been slashed. And the Democrats are windmilling and Doechi in her paw. She receiving backlash for the things that she said. And yeah, it's not looking good. And not everybody's coming to her defense. Even the Rolling Stones magazine. And I've never, ever, ever seen that happen. But I told y'all I feel like she's the plan anyway. But who am I? You know what I'm saying? Who am I to say? You know, neither here nor there. Let's get into the video, y'all. Let's get the video. Let's get into the show. Now, I want to start with this Detroit mother. I'm going to read some more y'all super chats later, y'all. I got to get into the show. But I would like to start with this Detroit mother. So let's get her up here. The Detroit mom who have kids. Apparently, she, you know, she lost 2 of her kids in the winter. She said they froze to death. She had the whole thing going where she was crying. The daddy wasn't worth the dime. And let me say this to a lot of people, because I went into the chat, into the comments, as I always do, because I be trying to check the temperature, right? I seen so many women that were saying arrest the dad. And it was at that moment I knew that these women were simply deflecting for the fact that even though he was negligent in not taking the kids and he was a deadbeat father and is, at the end of the day, those children were in her care and it was her responsibility, rather she could afford to or not. Their lives are in her hand. You ever heard the old saying, the old folks used to say, mamas, babies, daddies, maybes? That has multiple meanings, okay? And the reason I'm saying that is because it not only is it meaning in paternity wise, it means that I tell young girls, it was told to me and it was told to my mamas and the mamas before them. When you have a baby, it is literally going to fall on you. If you are lucky to have a father in the life of the child that really wants to be hands-on and assist you, and when I say lucky, I don't mean just in the fact of being married to him, because they got a lot of married single mothers. So I don't mean that. I mean any woman. I don't care what color, what race, ethnicity. I don't care who you are. If you are lucky enough to have a man in your life that is going to literally help co-parent a child, if you're lucky enough, again, I don't care what your status is, your relationship status, your financial status, because a lot of dudes like to shelve out money and think that that's, you know what I'm saying? And think that that's compensation. If you are lucky enough to have a man in your life to literally help you, then you are blessed. You are one of the few. You are not one of the majority. You are one of the few. Okay? And this has nothing to do with being married or not, or anything. However, when the saying goes, mamas, babies, daddies, maybes, not only is it talking about paternity, it's talking about who's responsible for these children. And I see a lot of, because there's a lot of divisiveness going on that they're trying to push, where they want black women to hate black men, they want black men to hate black women. I see it happening. I see it coming, and it kind of died down when worm food passed, but I see it's trying to rile back up. To any of the women who are taking the responsibility off of this woman and putting it on the father, even though he does bear responsibility because those are his kids. But at the end of the day, those children were in her custody and in her care, and their lives rested on her. Their deaths, unfortunately, untimely deaths, is on the mother. Okay? I'm not saying the dad has no situation or no responsibility in this. I do believe that the dad has some sort of responsibility and some level of responsibility. But the actual situation in which the day those children went on to glory, that was solely the mother's responsibility, and she should be the one going to jail if she was negligent. Okay? I get it. We all have had some form of deadbeat daddies that didn't do what we wanted them to do or what they needed to do. And it kind of makes you emotional. But for the majority of the shade room in the neighborhood talks chat to be putting this on this man when she was the one responsible for these kids, it blows me. It blows me, okay? And I don't like it, okay? So I just wanted to get on here and say that part. I get it. I'm not absolving him of anything. He has some level of responsibility too, but he was not there. He wasn't there. He wasn't there. So why should he be arrested if he was not even there? We'll get into it. So get into some of the stuff that was going on before. Let's go back to and this is the craziest part. They will build you up to tear you down. Yeah, this internet, they will build you up to tear you down. Now, right after she had the babies, this her partying, having a good time. Now, they're alleging that this was right after she had the babies, after unfortunately the babies passed. They were saying that this is her. I heard rumors that wasn't the truth, that this was before the kids passed. I don't know to be a fact. All I do know is when I started looking at Lil Ronnie's baby mama and how she reacted to her child passing, women, black women, not all, there's a group of black women who don't give a damn about their kids. Period. Okay, so that's one video. This them giving her a house.
Blessing the family who had faced a real devastating issue.
She started receiving help out of the woodwork. They gave her a house. People gave her food. They came in and stocked her cabinets, all types of stuff. She went viral for crying and pleading about her baby not being, her babies being passed and her not getting help. And the community came together and started to help her. As they should, and they shouldn't have to take people or babies dying for this to happen. But unfortunately, that's where we are in the world today. This is the father, deadbeat father.
Of her children.
I asked him, I said, can you get your kids for me? I said, I need help. You know I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Teyana ever reached out asking to?
No, she did not. All she said was, can I get them? Can I get them? Just to get them, and can I get them because y'all homeless? That's two different things.
She said she had been homeless for 3 months.
See, that's what I saw, about 3 months, but she ain't never said nothing to me. Nothing. So all them other side stories, they can cut all that. No, she did not.
Curry, who lives in Nova.
I told y'all when I saw this video that none of them gave a damn about them kids. I told you that. He don't give a damn. She don't give a damn. His stoic, she could cut the sob story. I didn't know. She just asked me to get him. He didn't give a damn about them kids neither. And I told y'all that when it first dropped. Okay? And only reason I'm saying she don't give a damn about these kids, let me tell you why. Because guess what? I'm not leaving my babies in no car. Unless she was at work or something and the car was parked outside. And even then, I'd rather have my baby sleep in the back of the store wherever I'm working. I'm not leaving my babies in no car. We all would have went with carbon monoxide poison because I'd have been right there with my churn. Okay? So All this goes down. They said it was carbon monoxide poisoning. The article came in and said basically it was an accident, which that's not necessarily true because some people commit suicide by doing the same thing, closing up the doors in the garage and starting a car. So it's not always an accident, but people are running with that narrative. Now there's an arrest warrant. I'm sorry. There's an arrest warrant issued for this woman because they found other things. It says, let's get into this. It says, Detroit police submit warrant requests to recharge the mother I'm sorry, I can't read. Detroit police submit warrant requests. So it's not, they don't have the warrant yet. They're requesting a warrant to charge the mother of 2 kids that died sleeping in a van after examiners determined they passed due to carbon monoxide toxicity. Okay, let's get into what it says. It says, neighbors, according to Fox 2 Detroit, the Detroit police have submitted a warrant request for charges against Teyana Williams, the mother of 2 children who died last month while sleeping in a minivan inside Greektown Casino parking structure. Now, why was she at the casino? Why was she inside and the kids in the van? Now, it was alleged that she was in there gambling and left them churn outside. We'll get to it. The request is now under review by the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, which will determine whether charges will be filed. The tragic incident occurred on February 10th when Williams and her 5 children who were experiencing homelessness were staying in their van. That morning, she discovered that one of her children was unresponsive. The vehicle had run out of gas during the night, exposing the family to dangerously low temperatures. While a family member rushed the child to the hospital, Williams received a devastating call. Another child had also stopped breathing. Initial reports suggested the children may have frozen to death, but the medical examiner later confirmed that carbon monoxide poisoning was the cause. Authorities continue to investigate as the prosecutor weighs in on potential charges. Let me say this, bro. Let me say this. We have to stop acting like they don't have bad people in our community as well. Why in the hell was she at the casino, inside the casino, and her kids was in the car? And how long was she inside the casino and the kids in the car? Unless she was working at the casino, what was she doing? Now, it was alleged that she was in there gambling. That is pure neglect. And you know what that means? She needs to go to jail. She needs to be charged with negligent homicide or something like that because you neglected your kids. Period. Point blank. There's no discussing this. There's no asking about it. She should be in jail. I don't care. Get out your feelings about your baby daddy. This ain't about you and your baby daddy. This is about what happened to these children. If, again, I don't know this to be a fact, if she was in the casino gambling and left those children in that car, she should be in prison. Period. Point blank. You can feel how you feel about the father. He ain't worth a dime, and karma gonna come get him too. Trust and believe. Karma never sleeps. But at the end of the day, the safety of those children rested on her, and she failed those children, so she need to be in jail. We'll keep eyes on this post, on this story, and see if the warrant will be granted. But at the end of the day, this woman was extremely neglectful to her kids. Lyric says they said the baby's teeth was rotten. Oh, wow. And let me see. And one of the babies had head lice. What? So she was neglecting them poor children. What? Head lice? I don't know, bro. Yeah, listen. Yeah. That, yeah. No. If that is true, even if that's not true, the fact that those kids was in that car and she was in that casino, she need to go to jail. I don't give a damn how homeless she was. If anything, me and my baby's gonna freeze to death together, or we gonna die the carbon monoxide poison together. But there's never gonna be a situation where they out there and I'm in here, especially at no damn casino. It's sad. We'll keep an eye on this girl. We got to move on. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's go get Teyana Williams. Teyana Taylor. My brain is all over the place. So Teyana Taylor's divorced, you guys. She has gotten a divorce. her and Iman Shumpert's divorce is here. Let me say something about Teyana Taylor. See, we got to keep it real. We got to be honest with each other. People don't want to admit this, but Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert's marriage was doomed from the start. And let me tell you why. Well, number one, ever since My Sweet 16, Super Sweet 16, or something like that, number one, I always thought she was a dagger. Okay? I did. Y'all did too when y'all seen the show. When she was on that show, when she was on that show, and hold on, when she was on that show, Super Sweet 16, and y'all had seen her with that bicycle, when all she wanted for her Super Sweet 16 with this expensive bicycle, and she was dressed like a little dagger. We all thought it, so stop it. Okay, so number one, I always thought it wasn't gonna make it because of that. Okay, then on top of that, you have to keep in mind, as it pertains to Teyana Taylor, they had an open relationship, and we all know how that works out. Okay, they got beautiful daughters. I love their children, but we all know how that works out. Listen, Tianna was the one going to get the women, and it kind of leads into my assumption that she was a dagger, dagging on the low. Tianna said it in many, many, many times that she was the one who initiated the women's. So, you know, that's typically how this goes. Okay, so it was doomed from the beginning. Even though they had two beautiful girls out of this situation, I love that they were two chocolate people together. Even though that was the thing, it's over now. Now, Teyana Taylor is successful in her own right. Iman Shumpert is successful in his own right, and it just didn't quite work out. So this is what happened, and this is what she got out of the divorce. So it says Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert's divorce is finalized. Teyana is receiving 4 houses worth over $10 million. That's it? 4 houses worth $10 million. And listen, I'm broke. So let's be clear. I'm not saying that to be like, ew, that's all. I'm saying this in a sense of, hold on, let me see what this is, y'all. Hold on, let me see. I think I might need this phone call. Hold on. My bad, y'all. My bad. Anyway, I thought that was somebody I needed to talk to. But anyway, y'all. So 4 houses worth $10 million. I'm just, and again, I'm broke, so I can't talk, but I'm just saying, I'm thinking these celebrities be getting these $1 million homes, I don't know. Anyway, not the end of that. I would have thought 4 homes at their tax bracket would have been more than, 10 million, but not the end of there. So she's going to receive, where was we? 4 homes worth $10 million, a 7-figure payout, and luxury vehicles, including a $300,000 Maybach, $70,000 Mercedes Sprinter, and a tour bus. She also retains full ownership of her companies. Iman must pay $8,000 a month in child support and cover their children's private school tuition. That's not bad, because think about it. She don't need his money for real. So he gonna give her a lump sum, 4 houses, some cars, the Sprinter for her tour bus, and her tour bus, and $8,000 a month in child support. I think the biggest part is she retains full ownership of all her companies. That's the biggest part. I love that for her. Shout out to Tianna. Like I said, they were a beautiful couple. Odd yet beautiful. They were a beautiful couple, but it is what it is. It happens to the best of us. We've all had relationships and it don't go well, even when children is involved. But I love that for them. I'm glad that they're able to go their separate ways. And that is where we are with the situation. Dimple Pop says should have never cheated. It would have been cheaper to keep her. But see, this is the thing though. Remember the same thing. Remember, put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember what happened to T.I. and Tiny. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember what happened to T.I. and Tiny. Remember, T.I. and Tiny had the same situation. See, when you open up your relationship like that, that cheating in window looks real great. Hold on. I'm about to find a video. That cheating window looks real gray. Listen, because when you start talking about open relationships, then what's really cheating? You feel me? Remember when T.I. had found out Tiny was over there with Floyd Mayweather and he confronted her? Remember? Because she took that picture with him and he got mad. But she had seen him with Bernice. What's the lady name? The fine lady. She older, but she fine as hell. I'm about to find this video. I'm about to show y'all what that looked like. He had confronted her and was like, oh, you over there with that dude, and you know I don't like that dude. And she was like, well, you was over there with Bernice. Remember that? And that's what happens when you have these open relationships. See, it's cool until it ain't cool no more. You feel me? Now, don't get me wrong. Most of the people on here in an open relationship and don't even know it. Well, some know it and acting like they don't know it, meaning you know that nigga cheating. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. Or the nigga know the girl cheating. So it's still open. Open is open. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, a lot of people are in those situations. But when you have a mutually exclusive or agreeable so-called open relationship, you're trading a real thin line. You're trading a real thin line. Here you go. Here you go right here. Let's get it on here.
Could you started eating? Yes, sir. For those who don't understand, Tip had some infidelities with a girl who I hired, and that girl is one of the reasons why I got my own house. I ain't intertwining my souls with no mother.
Hey, look, man, let me tell you
I ain't doing none of that. It's totally different from what you're doing.
You done had your when you was out with this dude that you know I don't with.
Out what?
You know.
I wasn't out with them.
Man.
He talking about Floyd. He talking about Floyd. That's what he talking about. You done had your with this dude who you know I don't mess with. Look.
It don't matter. You was at his house.
What you mean?
You was at his house. You in his house.
We went together.
Which time?
Together. Don't speak on it as if you know what you're talking about. Like I know 100% that she slept with. How do you know that? Because you see me dancing. That how does dancing on a what? How do you know that? You don't know. I ain't never stood in me.
It's levels to
he ain't never stood. So if he could come and treat me like a woman,
I spent millions on you. What the are you saying?
I've done plenty for you. I ain't did for him. What the is you saying?
The point is that you were with the dude.
Listen, it literally hardly ever works out. I know people want to say, oh, yes, it does. Very few people it works out for. It literally hardly ever works out. And that's the facts. And I think that could be with the whole situation with Iman and Tianna. It's cool until it's not cool no more. You know what I'm saying? And then plus people goes for y'all already know how that goes, but yeah. Not T.I. around here wearing ponchos with tiny face on it. You can't make this up. But yeah, shout out to Iman and Tianna. They go on their separate ways. Hopefully things work out for both of them. Hopefully they both find love, if that's what they choose. We got to move on, y'all. I want to move to let's go get who we gonna talk about. Let's go get Stephen A. Smith. So Stephen A. Smith, remember I told y'all he was a whole out here. Remember I told y'all that? I told y'all Stephen A. Smith was a whole out here. So Stephen A. Smith got confronted by LeBron, because Stephen A. Smith got online and said that Bronny is trash and don't need to be in the league. And I second that. He trash. The fuck? He trash. He trash. And for people to feel like nobody can't say Bronny is trash, is throwing me for a loop-de-loop. How, Sway? How? That nigga trash. He ain't even AAU worthy. And that's kids in school, high school. He trash. The fuck? But even still, Stephen A. a whole hoe out here. Because you said what you said, you got confronted by LeBron and you got scared like a little hoe. Okay. So he went on his podcast, the Backtrack, the first time, remember?
He approached me during the game and he said, stop effing with my son. That's my effing son. Stop. Effing with my son. I said, what? Nah, man, straight up, man to man. Real talk. Stop effing with my son. And I saw how furious he was. And I said, we can talk about it later. Nah, F that. Stop effing with my son. That's my son. I said, all right, dog. Fine. And he walked away. That's all he said. I knew what he was talking about. I've spoken about this before. Matter of fact, I heard that not many, not all, but a few players were upset at me about that. I think one player in particular was Draymond Green, who I haven't spoken to since and has no desire to speak to me primarily because of this, I suppose.
Man, fuck Draymond Green. And I like him. Listen, this is all a it crowd popularity thing. Stephen A., first of all, nobody never really liked you from the beginning. But Stephen A. gets on here talking about, oh, I understood he was coming to me as a father. He wasn't coming to me as LeBron. He was a father, and as a father, I understand that. Boom, 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 boom. Shut your bitch ass up. Nigga, you said what you said. You a man, be a man and stand on it. Yeah, bro, I see how you feel, but at the end of the day, that nigga trash. The fuck? He trash. But you won't get on here and do a whole diatribe of, oh, I understand, you know, the day he came to me and da-da-da-da. Girl, to hell with Draymond, LeBum, and everybody who support him. I don't give a damn. So then, boom. Now he goes on another podcast with them other ex-football players. What's their names? The light-skinned one. Don't him and his wife be swinging and all of that? The light-skinned one. Y'all know what I'm talking about, huh? Let me see if I can find him on here. The light-skinned one. Where he at? Allegedly. They say. Is that him? They got a light-skinned one on here. No, that's not him. But they got a light-skinned one who allegedly be around there at them sandy beaches, allegedly. We gonna find them. But anyway, Stephen A. goes on this podcast. And now he's having a difference of opinion. He's saying that he responded like that at first simply because he saw the backlash and plus he understood as a father. He said, but after LeBum and all these other people started going on their tirades, he had to come back and retract it. Girl, let's get into it.
You had called me and said, Bron, pissed off. Motherfucker mad as hell. He wants to see you man to man. I said, what would I have done? Rich Paul said, you'd have hung up the phone. You'd flew to LA. I said, thank you. So my point is, rather than come up to me at courtside, all you had to do was say, yo, I need you to stay. Don't leave this game. I need you to see you after the game. That's all he had to say to me.
That means he sunned you, nigga. He labored you. He wanted to embarrass you and belittle you and berate you in front of the masses, not just at the game. He knew that was going to go viral. He labored you and you let him. That's why Stephen A. is a whole hoe out here. He labored you. That was calculated perfectly and purposely. So for you to sit up there and let him do that, you a whole hoe out here. And let me say this, as a woman, the worst thing as a woman you could see is another nigga punking your old man. Oh, girl, it dries you right on up, don't it? The worst thing you could see as a woman. I don't give a damn if your man a fighter or not, but the worst thing you could ever witness is another man sunning your husband or your boyfriend. Boy, that'll make me break up with a nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather my nigga get beat up. I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather my nigga get beat up in front of me, but at least he fought. You know what I'm saying? Boy, but to see another nigga, son, ooh, girl, now I gotta go. I can't be here no more. Because now I feel like I could beat you up. No. Yeah. Like I said, I'd rather see my nigga get beat up. At least he fought. You know what I'm saying? No way.
We speak. He says that. Let's take an example. He said what you just said.
Yeah.
I stand down. My bad. And not only that, I'm going to make sure I go on the air. I ain't look at it that way. That's on me. You didn't do that shit. You said you fucking with my son. No, I wasn't. I was talking about you. I was talking about you. Wasn't about your son. I know he's number 55. I know he got work to do. Woo. I believe that he got potential.
No, he don't.
I believe that he got the potential to go pro. I truly believe that. It's going to be tough.
You a hairline lie. You are a hairline lie. You damn lie. That little boy ain't got no potential to do a damn thing but play in a video game tournament. Let's talk about it. He not even average. He not even average. But at the end of the day, Stephen A., it don't matter. Because you bitched out. You bitched out. You bitched out. And you was talking about his son. And guess what? His son is no longer a child. He's a man. He's a man. The fuck? Y'all got no. He's a man. He's no longer a child. So we can talk about him. And let me show y'all the hypocrisy. Remember when Kaya had dragged Regine? When she said, I'm 19 and I'm working. Ain't nobody say she was a child. But because it's Brian, gotcha. Say less.
But I think he could pull it off. And by the way, I'm rooting for him. I ain't rooting against nobody.
Yeah, you are.
But I'm talking about your ass. You did this. You the one that had us as reporters, as a league, as an NBA franchise. All of us got to sit back and be quiet and capitulate to your shit.
Come on now.
You did that. And so when I see people talking, and I'm like, oh my God, can somebody? I mean, I know I got a show, and I know I got my podcast, but I'm like, God damn, y'all, I'm fair. I don't give a fuck who it is. It's you, it's you, it's you. It don't matter who it is. Damn it, I'm just meeting you. If somebody unfair to you, I'm going to be like, that's not fair. That's not fair. But when it come to me, everybody get crickets. That motherfucker Stephen A. on his own. That, respectfully, excuse my language, that's fucked up. I'm on my own. When, number one, we know I'm right. Number two, we know the perspective that I'm coming from is real and it's authentic. Number three, he set this up. Number four, all you had to do was tell me. Listen, Kenya told me, you keep talking about, I'm bringing this up for all fun. He talked about how he approached me in Puerto Rico. I swear to God, I don't remember. I swear to God. Probably. But I know this much.
But you do.
And let me tell you what I did. I was writing for the Philadelphia Inquirer. This is from 1993 to 2010. Shit, I said, when the fuck he talking about? I called Philadelphia Inquirer. I said, I called my research. Look up the archives. I want every goddamn article I wrote about Kenya Moore. I don't know what he's talking about, right? Because I'm looking at articles. I said, I knew that brother was a stud. I knew that brother deserved his money. Where the Nets go? Nets ain't going no fucking back-to-back finals without you. I'm like, I know what is he talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for the shit, and I found some shit where you got.
Stephen A., you still got your knees under the table. Listen, fuck all that. I don't understand, but I do understand. Let me retract that. I do understand. This is the problem. People are so busy trying to be in the in crowd that they would be embarrassed to do it. The fact of the matter is you said what you said. You can't come back, take it back, then turn back around and double back and be like, oh no, I meant what I said because I seen this, that, and the third. And I wasn't talking about your son. I was talking about you because he got potential. No, he don't. He don't. He literally don't. And that's okay to say. And as a commentator, we should be able to say that. Now, the Bron-sexuals going to get on here and windmill as they always do. But at the end of the day, you should be able to say that shit, it was what it was. You know? Hold on. Here go to the other clips real quickly.
Think of LeBron confronting you in the aftermath of that situation.
I thought it was weak. I thought it was some bullshit. But in the moment, I knew that I was listening to a father. Here's what happened. I'm represented by William Morris Endeavor. The founder of William Morris Endeavor, Ari Emanuel, had courtside seats right next to the Lakers bench. He had Larry David with him, star of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm sitting with them. I get there in the first quarter. I'm sitting courtside, and I stand up, and then I got my head turned. And then I turned back around, and a lot of people thought this was the end of the game or something like that.
What do you make of LeBron confronting you in the aftermath of that
third quarter? Apparently.
Listen, that was calculated. The reason he confronted you in third quarter, because he knew the first of all, the camera's going to stay on him regardless. But he's confronting you while the game is still active, because he knows this about to be shout out to every single body, because everybody's watching. He sunned you on purpose and you let him. Y'all be letting these plants do anything. But I told y'all, Brian is King Boule. I told y'all that, right? Because see, it might be bigger than and deeper than, it might be deeper than, oh, he's LeBron James. It could be because he's King Boule. Maybe, just maybe, those in that industry know not to play with King Boule. I'm just saying. Maybe that's why he shut up and colored. I could be wrong. I don't know.
LeBron had walked out of the timeout, and I turned around, and he's right here in my face. He said, yo, you got to stop talking shit about my son. You got to stop fucking with my son. That's my son. That's my son. And I was like, what? He said, nah, fuck that. I said, yo, let's talk later. He's like, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. You got to stop fucking with my son. And I said, all right, though. And he walked off. So I remember during a timeout in the first quarter, seeing Bronny. And Bronny looked over at me. And he had this sad look on his face. And I'm imagining Pop saw that shit. It hit him. Yeah. And he couldn't hold it, and he rolled up on me. And so when I went on the air the next morning, third quarter, believe it or not, I know this is shocking for people to believe, but I didn't have any intentions on talking about it until I woke up that morning and saw that the shit had gone viral. Once the shit had gone viral, the bosses at ESPN, now you got to talk about it. This is you.
Yeah.
And
remember, Tekashi 6ix9ine said they tell you have to. Stephen A. Smith, although he now has a podcast, he still works for ESPN. I told y'all, a lot of these podcasters are backed by these major companies. The new record label are the podcasts. The new record label are the people behind these podcasts. I don't know if y'all know that. If you don't, you know it now. So he didn't even want to talk about it, and they told him, no, you have to. His bosses. A lot of y'all faves with these podcast setups, they signed the deal. A lot of them signing these 360s. This time they're not rapping and singing. They just talking stuff online.
You got to talk about it. I said, fine. So I go on the air, and I said, the first thing that I'm going to do is establish that this was a father talking to me, not a player. And that was what threw me off. And I was glad, even though I thought that he misrepresented the argument, I was glad he did. Because you see, what he was really talking about, which was confirmed with his conversation with Richard Jefferson, is that I was talking about him as a father. And so what happens is that had he said that to me, then I wouldn't, believe it or not, I noticed he came right back at him. Yes, I was. I was talking about you. You did this shit, which I'll get to in a second. But because he didn't do that, I said, fine, you let it go. Mind you, I just agreed to my contract. Courtside. That day was when it was announced. It's all over, everywhere. Watch about I mean, right? Yeah. It's a nationally televised game. The cameras are rolling. And I'm like, if I do anything, this is going to be a scene. Now, We can sit up here in front all we want to and act like we don't work for somebody. Damn it, I work for Walt Disney. And if
Did y'all catch that? We could all sit up here and act like we don't work for nobody, but damn it, I work for Walt Disney. You work for who? You do what? You do what? You work for Walt Disney, my nigga? Eesh. I'll say this, at the very least, at the very least, okay, Disney owned ESPN, got it. At the very least, I'd have walked away. I'd have turned my back to that nigga and walked off. He'd have had to sneak me. At the very least, I would have turned my back to that nigga and walked away. Mm-hmm. You still look like a whole out here, though, Stephen A.
had gotten into some shit with him at courtside right there at that moment, no matter how right I would have been, it would have been wrong. Came right back at him. Yes, I was. I was talking about you. And I was like, I'm not going to do this. But once I saw the tape of him talking to Richard Jefferson Saturday night in Boston, that was when I got really pissed because that was confirmation. And I was like,
this is the thing. It's too late to come back and make these excuses and call it some old bitch shit and da-da-da-da. It was what it was. You bitched out. You a whole out here. You should have stood on your square. Even if you were talking about Bronny or LeBron, you should have said that when that nigga was in your face. All this podcast touring you doing to go around tell everybody else, oh, this, that, and the third, and I felt like this and I felt like that. That's some hoe ass shit. You a hoe ass nigga, and that's probably why you ain't got no woman, because don't nobody want to be with a nigga who can't protect them, okay? You hold out, you bitched out, and it was what it was. And LeBum would have never. I would have literally turned my back to that nigga and walked away. He would have had to sneak me. But what he would not have done is check me on side of the doggone the courts. That wouldn't have happened. Nigga say it was a battle with the receding hairlines. Y'all is crazy. That wouldn't have happened. Stephen A., go away from me with this. You trash anyway. And I said what I said. Stephen A., it's too late. Stop the podcast tour. It's too late. It's too late. Y'all, shout out to everybody in the building. Let's get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm gonna read a couple more super chats because I don't want to have so many where I'm behind. But so I'm gonna read a couple more. Hold on. Where did I stop off at? Shoot, there's so many. I think I read this one. I'm pretty sure I read that one. I'm gonna see one that I saw already. I had to have read that one. Let me just go scroll all the way down and go back up till I see one that's familiar. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all, please get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. I appreciate everybody for being here. It is Voo Day. Happy Voo Day to me. It is my day. Bobby Rodriguez, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Voo. You are gorgeous with that hair color. You are gorgeous all the time. I hope you have a blessed and happy birthday. Thank you so much, Bobby Rodriguez. I really appreciate you so much. Armand Rockmore, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Voo. Thank you so much. I'm about to say happy birthday back. Thank you so much, Armand. Naomi, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Mina Harris, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. Tiffany Cook, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Voo. I missed the live for the 50K. I didn't see it, but glad to be here today to celebrate you. Yes, the dollhouse has hit 50K. And thank you so much, Tiffany, for the super chat and the birthday wish. Yes, the dollhouse has hit 50K. Yes, it has. I am Marcus. Thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Voo. Hold your head up and look at him. Yes, let's get that on here. Let's get that video on here. Yes, look at him. Hold your head up. Let him see. Yes, thank you so much, first of all, for making it rain. First of all.
I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
And then also, we got to get our girl on here. Where's she at? Let's get our girl Maxine Waters. Hold your head up. Let them see it. look at Maxine, girl.
Look them in the eye. Come on, hold your face up. Look at him. Let them see you. This is him. Look at it. What's your name? Tell us your name. Give me that ID again.
Giving you the ID, I showed it to you.
So what?
I showed you the ID.
You do what?
I showed you the ID.
Could you let me see the ID again? Huh?
No.
No? Will someone else ask him for the ID? Will you ask him for it? He won't let me see it again. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. They didn't see it.
I didn't share it. Thank you, I am Marcus, for the super chat. I didn't share it. Thank you, Mia G, for the super chat. Happy birthday, T-Boo. It's my mom's 82nd birthday today as well. Oh my God, happy birthday to your mother. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Tell your mom I say happy birthday. Thank you. Divine Empress, thank you for the super chat. What do you give a queen? You're one of a kind. I'm glad the Most High put us together. Oh, happy birthday, sis. Now turn up and do it big. Thanks for all you do for all of us. Love you down to the ground. Thank you so much, Divine Empress. That was so sweet. I appreciate your really beautiful words. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Niji Warrior, thank you so much. She says, I truly appreciate you, Chief This Voo. Thank you so much, Niji Warrior. You my boo. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Chocolate Bunny, thank you for the super chat. Voodoo, did you see the message I sent with the Ice Divas Social Aid and Pleasure Club? No. Where did you send it? I haven't been on Instagram checking messages, you guys. So sorry. So if you really want to reach me, you got to hit me through the email. Because Instagram, I got so overwhelmed. There's just so many. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get a social media manager at some point. But now, if you sent it on Instagram, send it to me in an email. And if you did send it to me in an email, I'll check it. But thank you so much, Chocolate Bunny. Niji Warrior, thank you for the super chat again. Happy solar return, Chief This Booth. Thank you so much. Thank you again for the super sticker. And Brandy, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. Love you, girl. Thank you so much. Did I get you NTLY? Thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Voodoo. I didn't see it. I didn't share it. Yep, I didn't see it. Thank you so much. And I think that's where I left off. Method to my madness, because she said 83 was a hell of a year. Yes, it was, child. Yes, it was. All right, we got to get back into the show. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Please get the likes up on the video. Now, I want to move. Did I get more already? Yeah, I did. Just Too Blunt, thank you for the super chat. Says, love you, sis. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Scarp Jackson, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo, and happy heavenly birthday to my dad. Love me some Pisces. Oh, happy birthday to your dad. Rest in peace. Rest in paradise. For sure. Happy birthday. And thank you so much. And Joseph Galloway, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday to you, Miss Boo. Thank you so much, y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. You know what I appreciate more? Y'all getting the likes up on the video. Mika, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Now we gotta move on. I want to move to let's go get Doechi. And y'all put me on her, so I'm on her. Not for the music though. So Doechi, y'all's girl. It's not my girl, it's your girl. Doechi is receiving backlash for the comments that she made, and her dad has come out to kind of like clarify some things or something of that nature, and it's giving cleanup. That's what it's giving. Let me say this about the Doechi girl. And also, now people are talking about how they feel like she's a plant. And I said it when I first saw it. I said something in the milk ain't clean about Miss Doechi now. Something about Miss Doechi don't quite sit right with me, okay? And then on top of that, not only that, Rolling Stones came out to defend her as well. Now, y'all do know Doechi had did this video, or she did a podcast where basically she made a comment. They were asking about red flags. I guess it was that hot, whatever, where you eat hot chicken wings or something like that. And they asked her what's her biggest red flag. She said a straight man or a straight male. And that went viral, as it was meant to go viral. And people had a lot to say about it. My only situation was if the shoes were put on the other foot, if the tables were turned and somebody said a red flag is a bisexual man or LGBTQIA plus identified man, you know what I'm saying? Then I think that y'all know it would have went crazy. It would have went crazy. But at the end of the day, she's backed, in my opinion, from what I believe, from what I see allegedly, she's backed by a conglomerate of something, some system or some group of people that in my opinion, is using her to push their agenda. The worst thing Black women done, give me up here. Let me say this before we move on. The worst thing Black women have done in the recent past is align themselves with feminists and align themselves with this woke left ideology. hear me out. I'm not saying that you can't do what you want to do. I think anybody should do whatever it is they want to do. But let me just say this. We don't even understand how those situations, literally, we are advocating to put us last. We're literally advocating to put women, Black women in particular, last. Every single thing I hear out of these movements is everything pro everybody else and anti us. For instance, the trans in women's sports. We had Black women like Jasmine Crockett. We had Black women who were advocating for this. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself as a woman, you are literally finding a way to champion your abuse. You are championing, you are promoting your abuse through equal rights. That's what you're doing. All this feminist bullshit. Listen, newsflash, the clear feminist movement didn't like the Black women. Why you think Susan B. Anthony came in there talking about ain't I a woman? It was about racism. They didn't even want to include you in their movement. You know why they're including you now? Because they understand the power that you have. But nothing in their movement is pro-Black woman. I'm all for women should be treated equally. I'm all for women should receive equal pay. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the movement in which we are aligning ourselves with as Black women does not serve us. It just doesn't. It doesn't. So when you get a Doechi on here talking about, oh, my red flag is straight men, that is feminist ideology pushed through a celebrity. What do you mean a straight man is your red flag? I don't care what kind of context you put it in later. What do you mean a straight man is a red flag? Are you literally putting a threat to the nuclear family? So you're saying a straight man is a bad thing, which is going to then coerce young girls and people who follow you to stray away from men? So then how do we procreate? How does that affect our community? The clears are already, their numbers are already dwindling as we speak. But I'm talking about the Negroes. How does that affect us? We getting attacked from every which way but loose. And then we got Black women who's helping and aiding and abetting in the same attacks. When Jasmine Crockett gets on here and say that it's a problem, that we have an issue with trans women in women's sports, I literally almost threw up. Are you dumb? She's already a caricature as it is. I don't believe that's her real personality. But you really on here saying that Black women or women in particular should not feel a way about trans women being in their spaces and in their sports? This is what we're championing when we align ourselves with these doggone movements, okay? So Doechi saying that a straight man is a red flag, no matter how much context she put later on, is the exact same thing. That is a direct threat to the Black Negro, FBA, indigenous, African-American, ADOS, Hebrew Israelite, Black Muslim, whatever you niggas calling yourselves today, that is a direct threat to you, and you don't even see it. You don't even see it because you're so busy in your emotions following the movement. You advocating for everybody except you, Black woman, when you align yourself with these movements. Think about it. Just peel back the layers. So let's get Doechi back on here. Doechi goes on this thing. And Doechi says that straight men are a red flag. Now the world goes crazy. Rolling Stone, the magazine, literally came out in defense of Doechi. And if y'all didn't think Doechi was a plant before, you got to know she a plant now. I have never, ever in my 42 years of living listened to me And listen to me good. I have never in my 42 years of living seen a major article like the Rolling Stone come out in defense of any artist. Not Michael Jackson, and he was the greatest and the biggest entertainer of all time. Not Whitney Houston. Not even none of the Clears. I've never seen it. But Doechi got this level of protection over her that's kind of a little sus. Y'all don't find that a bit weird? I mean, what? So here come the Rolling Stones to back up. It says, Rolling Stone says, if you think Doechi is an industry plant, you're just a hater, incel, and conspiracy theorist. First of all, I still want me a shirt that say proud conspiracy theorist. I'm going to get one day. But let me say this, man. If y'all running around here calling people conspiracy theorists, then y'all are lost in the sauce. Hater, incel, conspiracy theorists. Remember, the incel part, that's that gender divide they're doing. That's that gender divide. They got to keep the black man and the black woman divided so that our numbers could dwindle down like theirs. Hater, that's the most dismissive term we've ever come across. But hater, incel, conspiracy theorist, child plot, please. Hold on. Let's get into what the article says. Hold on. Not this. Hold on. That's academics. Let me go find it on another one. Hold on, because academics is worried about he's still a Drakeette. He's still over there fighting and windmilling for Drake. Child, please. We don't care about that. Doechi. And this is another thing too. Y'all notice we can't never find information on these people's background. We can never find information on these people's background. I saw the dude that played Biggie in Notorious talking about how he prefer other women, which we don't care. Shut the fuck up. Just go get them hoes. We don't care. But I saw him on a podcast talking about how he prefer other women, and I go to look him up, and they say it's little to know about his parents. That's the common theme for these people. Y'all know that, right? That's literally the common theme for these people. Everybody has a sketchy background. It's giving a lot of Amanda Seals tease. You know what I mean? It's weird. And Doechi is one of those people as well. So is Jasmine Crockett and all these other people. Look at what the Rolling Stone says. The online Doechi hate is unwarranted. Yeah. It says, hold on. Get this off of here. I hope they don't make me subscribe because I'm not. Oh, Lord, I ain't seen no Cool Filter Kings in a long time. My grandma used to smoke Cools. You know, back in the day, my grandma used to send us to the store. That's back in the day when a child could go to the store and get cigarettes and beer. And my grandma used to send me to the store to get a pack of Cool 100s with a Budweiser. Yes, she did. I had to be about 7, 8. And I go in there and they say, oh, you so-and-so grandbaby. Yep, and they already know what I want. Y'all, you had to be there. That was the best time to be alive. But anyway, it says Doechi's post-alligator bites never heal ascendance into rap stardom isn't a new dynamic, but it's been a while since we've seen a rapper star ascendance that's not paired with controversial allegations, a zest for riling the public into social engagement, or dog whistling to incels. Her appeal is mostly based on her music, savvy creative direction, and considerable charisma. Watching her rise feels like a return to a bygone era of the music industry that Gen Z fans have never seen in hip-hop context. Maybe that's why some are so skeptical about her. That's not true, baby, because I've been here, and this is not normal. If the disdain is strictly not about liking the music, that's fine. No one has to enjoy everything, but the loudest online discourse feels more like projections of misogyny, queer phobia, colorism, and fundamental misunderstanding of how the industry works. Back up. Queer phobia? It's the gaslighting for me. She said a straight man was a red flag, but you're saying that people who have an issue with her saying that has an issue with queer phobia? I can't stand when a bitch try to look me in my eye and tell me that I don't see what I'm seeing. Are you what? Queer phobia? If anything, it's straight phobia. If anything, we're dealing with straight phobia. This is straight phobia. This isn't queer phobia. This is straight phobia. Man, and they've been doing this for 4 years, bro. These people been doing this for 4 whole years. That's one thing I will say. I'm so glad Trump getting rid of all of that. They've been doing this for 4 years. Queer phobia? She said something disparaging about a straight man, but we're talking about queer phobia. No. And shout out to the queer community. I'm just saying they weaponizing this shit. Then it goes on to say she's often faced commenters calling her an industry plant, and a tag that popped up again this weekend when a clip from a recent First We Feast appearance went viral. Well, Rolling Stone, y'all not helping her case. Y'all are literally not helping her case. Look what they say. It says she was derogatively called a bell hooks baby by pseudo-intellectuals seemingly harboring all the classified documents about popular media being an anti-straight male psyop. Somehow, few, if any of them, acknowledge the rise of incel culture and publicly available stats on gender violence that would justify an openly queer woman being cautious of a straight man. Pause. Real quick. I want to acknowledge that there is a rise in incel culture. That's not a lie. But in the context in which they're trying to use that incel culture to be the rise as the reason why people take note or take offense to what she said about straight men, that ain't cool. You're trying to pair something that don't go together. This is the thing. They are calling us pseudo-intellectuals harboring all classified documents of popular media being anti-straight male psyop. No. The offense was made when she said what she said. The offense was made when she said what she said. If the tables were turned and she was a straight woman and she got on here and say a red flag is DL men or queer men, y'all would lose y'all shit. Y'all would lose y'all shit. And let me say this to straight men too. It's not necessarily all the way. And this is not all straight men, but there is a group of men who do women bad. Okay, I'm not gonna get into it. So there's truth into every little piece, but I think the way that they're piecing it together is wrong. Because first of all, every man ain't an incel. Every man ain't anti-woman. Every queer person don't think like this. Every LGBTQIA+ person don't think like this. Every woman don't think like her. But they're making this, they're creating this one photo, this one picture to make it seem like it's something that it's not. And that's the problem I have. So, boom. They call it what do you say? Stats on gender violence that would justify an openly queer woman being cautious of a straight man. So basically, they're saying that since there's stats that show that men are violent toward women, and those stats are real, that she would be justified in feeling like a straight man is a red flag. So are we implying that only straight men have violence issues? And then also, if that's the reason why she said what she said, because I seen that all over the internet. Oh, it's because she's a queer woman. Y'all mad because that's her preference. She's a queer woman. See, I think it's very dangerous when you make statements like that and you don't add context. When you make statements like that, you got to contextualize those statements. And Rolling Stone, y'all making it worse for her. Y'all making it much, much worse for her. And it's the gaslighting for me. Then it goes on to say the outrage, insults, a lack of accountability, her comments, the outrage, insults, and lack of accountability, her comments garnered proved her point. Only those blind to the reality of patriarchy as a violent agenda would consider critique and push back to it as an agenda of its own. So what Rolling Stone is trying to say is, y'all are trying to not acknowledge the fact that straight men are bad. straight men have violence and show violence towards women. And as a queer woman, you are now demonizing her because she said that she's afraid of straight men. That's what I got from it. And how dare you be queer phobic and homophobic and this phobic and that phobic and da 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 da, because she has a right. Now, this is what Rolling Stone is saying. This is the thing. Like I said before, I'm not ever saying that Doechi isn't talented. I believe she may be. I haven't sat down and listened to enough for her to say that she's not. But y'all are making it real, real bad for her. Y'all are making it real bad for Doechi. Getting on here and making this about that movement is not what it was. She should have contextualized that statement. She should have added context when she said, hey, straight men, because X, Y, and Z. Armand, I don't know if she's from Acorn. We don't know. You can't find nothing about the girl. You can't find nothing about her. So who knows? But at the end of the day, Rolling Stone, first of all, and this is why people don't read magazines no more. This is why people come to the bloggers like me, the regular people, because y'all goes far. Y'all does the most. Y'all turn this into a whole anti-movement, LGBT movement, and that never what it was. She, in my opinion, she more or less attacked the straight community than the other way around. But y'all gonna make it about that, right? Because y'all been hiding under that shield for the last 4 years. And shout out to the community. But I'm just saying, I'm talking about the people who weaponize this stuff. So Rolling Stone says that, but then her father comes out and says something completely different. And now I'm sitting over here saying, well, hold on then. So then which one is it? Which one is it? Is it the fact that she's a queer woman and that's why she said it? Or, according to the daddy, is because, nah, that wasn't the case. She said that because she was with a man who was a DL and he said he was straight. Let's get into it. And let me pin this comment because I want to talk about this. Let me pin this comment. It says, this the daddy. Okay, I'm going to break it down because it seems like this is going way over people's head. She really got y'all in a chokehold over this. Y'all don't get the joke. In her song, Denial is a River, her straight boyfriend was secretly cheating on her with the guy. That's why she said that, because the man she thought was straight wasn't. This shit really struck a nerve, LOL. So then, in my opinion, community, where y'all at? Where the community activists online? Because now he's demonizing the DL man. In my opinion, that's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. So the daddy said, no, it's because she was with a man who said he was straight, but he really was DL. So then now that's the, okay, so by the logic of those people, they should be attacking the daddy, right? Help me out. They should be attacking the daddy. Let me say this. I pinned this comment for a reason. You know, it dawned on me when I was watching. It didn't dawn on me till I was talking to my best friend yesterday. But so y'all remember that episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta? And y'all remember Shamia. The name of her home or estate was Sterling Estates, was it? Sterling Estates. And I was describing the man, the husband, to my friend, my best friend, and it dawned on me that he's an African, but he got an American last name. And then it dawned on me, hold on, he ain't the only African with an American last name. It's another African. What's his name? A judge. What's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. It's a judge who's an African. I think his first name starts with an O. And the last name is but it's an African name, like a Nigerian name. And then he got an American last name. Why is this important? Do y'all notice that there's a lot of African men popping up with American last names, and you don't know they African until you either talk to them or you see their whole first name? Have y'all noticed that? Have y'all been picking up on that? There's a lot of Africans coming straight from Africa, picking up American last names. This is my theory about it. This is just my theory. Because Atlanta is filled with Africans. I'm talking about all over the place, girl. They everywhere. Shout out to the Africans. But I'm sitting here thinking, why would an African come to America and get an American last name if they're African? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, wouldn't you want to keep your last name? But then I started thinking about the Clears that got off the boat. Hold on. I'm about to bring this around. Remember the Clears that got off the boat over there at Ellis Island? And remember, I told y'all they've been telling us forever that we have our slave master's last name, that we got our last name from our slavers. And I'm not saying none of us did. I'm just saying as a collective that the reason why the Muslim movement, the Black Muslim movement, say drop that last name is because that's the master's last name. You got your name from the masters. Remember, I told y'all, I said, well, hold on. These people coming from Poland and Ireland and all that stuff, I don't see them having the last name Jones or Johnson or Smith. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, these Americanized last names. Why is this important? These Africans who come over here and get these Americanized last names are doing the exact same thing the Clears did in the early 1900s that came over here and got Americanized last names as well. And in my opinion, this is just me, and I'm talking about the ones who come here and do that. In my opinion, I feel like they're being used to blend in with us, to dilute us, to take away our identities. Why do you think it's a huge pushback on the FBA movement? Why do you think it's a huge pushback? Like, at one point in time, you could tell who was who by their last name. You knew the man from Germany was from Germany because his last name had 50 letters in it with 2 consonants or 2 vowels. You know what I mean? You knew the man from Africa because his last name was Okunchu. You know what I'm saying? You knew the man from France because his last name was Bonjour or something like that. But nowadays, everybody's coming in and getting these Americanized last names. How, Sway? Who is appointing these people and giving these people these Americanized last names? The government. Because they got to go through the government to do that. These folks coming here and just changing their last name to our names. So pretty soon, mark my word, you're going to have Africans running around here with the last name Jones, Johnson, Smith, Williams. You get it? And that's going to dilute you and who you are. Oh, yes, they definitely marrying in too. Let me tell you something. It's a reason why them Africans love to go get the Shamias of the world. You get it? See, they play the long game. These people play the long game. We play the short game. We living for today and tomorrow. They living for generations down the line. And not just the Africans, not just the Clears, the Africans as well. I just find it funny that they're doing the exact same thing that the colonizers are doing or have done. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about all Africans. I'm talking about the ones who are doing that. You are no different in my eyes than the colonizer. You're literally no different. I got to look at you the same way I look at the white boy, because I don't know what your agenda is, because why is you coming in trying to be me? Shouldn't you be being you? Why is you coming in changing your names and all of that? And this is why, in my opinion, this is why I believe as Black Americans, we need to ditch the Black part. If we continue to hold on to the Black part of our names, we won't exist. We will cease to exist. The Black part is going to be the part that really stop us. I'm telling you. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. The Black part of our identity is going to be the downfall of us. And I don't know this to be a fact. That's just my opinion. Because everybody falling under the Black umbrella. And then they getting our last names too. How they going to tell us apart? Oh, and by the way, you want to go down there and get your reparations? They're gonna be running there saying my last name's Sterling too. Look, I got documentation. My they're gonna be saying, look, my genealogy, because I'm a Sterling. Yes, my genealogy sends my great-great-grandmother was on a plantation up in Georgia. Hello? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Because they got your last names, fool. They got your last names. Oh, no. I do deserve reparations. Listen, I'm a Smith. See, my great-great-grandfather, he was under the Smith plantation, or he was one of the Smiths under the doggone Freedmen's Bureau. Check the records. Is that part going over y'all head, or are y'all tracking where I'm going with this? Look, I got my genealogy. I did mine. Look. Nope. No. See, I'm a descendant of this Smith. I always wondered why the Muslims were so hell-bent on the black man dropping his last name and coming up with X and Muhammad and all that shit. And I said, man, they taking you from your land and from your identity. That's what they doing. Because they flipped it around and said you got your name from the slave master. No, the slave master got his name from you. Just like the Africans getting their name from you. But the difference is they're going to be able to blend in and see by the time they do finally give y'all the reparations or give us whatever they're going to give us, guess who's going to be in line? Unkuncho Smith. I got my genealogy. And this is the worst part. Most black Americans won't have their genealogy because they don't even know how to do it. They so busy over there fixated on that whack-ass doggone or that lying-ass blood test, they won't even know it. But the African gonna have his genealogy right here. Mark my word. They're taking your last names now. That's neither here nor there. Doechi, she has a questionable past about herself. I don't know what's going on, but the daddy came out and said it was literally about and let me say this too before I move on, because we got to move on. Let me say this, y'all. Hear me out. Do your freaking genealogy. When you do your genealogy, once you get all of your stuff, even whatever you get, put it in a safe place, get multiple copies, because there are going to be people who are going to try to slip in on under your family tree. But if you don't know your genealogy, they're going to get it and run with it. And you won't even know about it because you're so busy running around here taking the 23andMe test to try to figure out who you kin to in Nigeria. You better do your genealogy. They gonna steal your identity, duck, goose. They definitely gonna steal it. Do your genealogy, put that shit up, lock it away, get you a safe, put it on paper too. Get you a safe, do something, because they're gonna do your genealogy for you, but they're gonna replace you under your tree because you so busy spitting in the tube talking about I'm 36% Nigerian. I'm 36% Nigerian. I'm from the motherland. You're gonna turn around and be from Africa, and they're gonna turn around and be from here. Watch. I'm just saying, you better do that genealogy. Y'all keep spitting in that tube, giving them people your DNA. Go ahead on. Anyway, so where was I going? Doechi has a questionable past. Doechi getting on here saying all type of crazy stuff. Girl, at this point in time, you giving plant teas. Rolling Stones coming out talking about y'all just queer haters, no, queer phobic or whatever the case. Ain't nobody queer phobic. If anything, she attacked the straight man, and the straight man is a pivotal part of the nuclear family. I don't care what color you is, and that's not cool. If she was gonna say something like that, she should have added context. If not, it just is what it is, okay? So you taking the backlash you deserve. Let's move on. I'm over that Doechi shit. Y'all better do y'all genealogy on both sides of your family. Go as far as you can go. The documentation is there. You better do it. You better do it. Let's get to Wendy Williams, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Please get the likes up, y'all. Please get the likes up on the video. You better do your genealogy. If you don't, they taking your names now. They taking your names now. They taking your names now. Mika, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Sharjay, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. Twin daughter's birthday the 15th. Y'all Pisces or something else. Yes, we are. And happy birthday to those beautiful girls. Thank you so much for the super chat. Layla Williams, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Happy birthday, Queen Voodoo. We love you. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you so much. Michelle, hey, happy birthday, Boo. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much for the love and support. Niji Warrior, thank you for the super chat. You called it cheap, this Voodoo. I told y'all Ninja's Boosie daughter. Hell yeah. Because look, quiet as it's kept. When they start to really start, because listen, let me say this. It is ineligible. It is inevitable. The truth is out there. People are waking up every single day to what the truth is. All that coming off a slave ship, all that. What Tyreek be saying they had a ethnogenesis? Cap. You ain't have no damn ethnogenesis. You ain't never came from Africa. And this is another thing. How you gonna say you come from Africa, then be mad when the Africans say you African? Make it make sense. That's just one thing I always want to ask. You admit that you from Africa, but then when the Africans say, oh, okay, so you African, you get mad at the African. You either from there or you're not. Ain't no ethnogenesis. You from here. Unless you do your genealogy and you find some Africans in your family, you're probably from here. Okay? So with that being said, pick a side. You can't say, oh, I'm from Africa, but we came here and had ethnogenesis, because now you're muddying the waters as well too. Be careful with that. Be very, very careful with that. The Caribbean folks, you're probably from the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the indigenous people. The black people on this land, you're probably from here. Do your genealogy. And quiet as it's kept, Ace, scientifically, we're not the same. Scientifically, we're not the same. Genetically, we are not the same. We share a lot of similarities, but we're not the same. Do your research. Do your research. Do your research. But I'm just saying, the only way, listen, 2 things we need to ditch, in my opinion, but I ain't nobody. In my opinion, 2 things we need to ditch: Africa and black. Africa and black. 2 things. We already ditched it. Remember, we had the movement. What was the things I said we needed to ditch at first? Remember, people of color? Put them in the chat. Remember, if y'all been here at least a year, y'all know we've been on this heavy. I said, hey, we need to ditch these 5 things. It was people of color. I want to see who else is on here who remember what those things was. It was people of color. What else there was, y'all? Put them in the chat. Because we're going to add 2 more to this list. DEI, Pan-African. Yup. What else? It was African. No, it was DEI, Pan-African, people of color. What else I said? People of color. Because all these terms literally group us in this one group to where we can't tell who's who. Black and Brown Coalition. Yes, that was the one. Black and Brown Coalition. And it was another one. It was 5. It was people of color, Black and Brown Coalition, DEI, minority. Yes. Thank you, Dimple Pop. Minority. That was the 5. So the 5 terms we need to ditch for identity purposes: people of color, DEI, minority, DEI, minority. What else I just said? Girl, I just had them things up. Minority, people of color, DEI, Black and Brown Coalition, and the other one. Minority, people of color, Black and Brown Coalition, DEI, and Pan-African. Pan-African. We have to ditch those. So Pan-African, DEI, people of color, Black and Brown Coalition, Pan-African. We got to ditch those. Those are terms that have hurt us. And we're going to add 2 more terms to that. Black and African. That black shit going to get us fucked up. I'm telling you now. That black part, everybody is black now. At one point, you couldn't tell somebody outside of America that they were black. They would look at you like you were wrong. Now they fighting to say that they black. You get it? You got to add the... I'm just saying. That's just my suggestion. Do what you want. I get it for all intents and purposes of us talking. Sometimes I will still refer to us as black, and I got to work on that. But at the end of the day, that black shit gonna get us messed up. And that Africa, you gotta let that go. You got to let that go. That Africa shit, you either from there or you're not. You can't say I was there and I'm from there and we had an ethnogenesis. You either from there or you not. Because see, when you holler that ethnogenesis shit, they gonna tether onto that too. They're gonna tether onto that too. Because see that DNA test y'all taking that say y'all 60% Nigerian, you don't think they're gonna send some people from Nigeria to say, oh, I'm your family? And I deserve reparations too? Or I deserve the land too? Or I deserve whatever provisions you got because you 60-some% Nigerian. I'm your great, great, great long lost auntie. Ooh. Just food for thought. Just food for thought. You either African or you ain't. If you ain't African, don't say you had no ethnogenesis. That's some bullshit. You ain't have no damn ethnogenesis. You are who you've always been. Don't never let that go over your head, okay? Now, let's move on. Let's go get Wendy, y'all. I got to get Wendy because I got to get off of here because I'm coming back to the dollhouse early, probably about 3 o'clock. I got to get Wendy on here. So Wendy Williams, unfortunately, is having issues, bruh. Y'all remember Wendy Williams, Y'all remember Wendy Williams did that whole test? We talked about it a few days ago that basically proved that she was cognizant and she didn't have any issues. They tried to say that she was incapable of being on her own. So they locked her away in this prison that I call it, because that's exactly what it was. But they locked her away in this prison. They locked her away in this prison and basically had her just no internet, no phone, no nothing. She couldn't talk to nobody. I think she had a phone, but she couldn't hardly talk to people or something like that. So Wendy Williams, since she's gone to court, and they say the judge is pissed. Apparently, the judge can't stand the fact that Wendy went down to go get this whole health thing looked at and all this social media presence. And so now they say he want to move her to an even more secure prison. Basically, the judge feels like she's had too much freedom. And now it's time for her to be locked down even more. This is not good news for Sister Wendy. This is not good news at all. They also attacking her niece, saying that her niece kidnapped her by taking her out to dinner. It's a whole lot going on. And I just feel horrible for Wendy. I feel horrible. Listen, I said it before. I said, if I was Wendy, this is just me. I value time and family and people and peace more than anything. If I was Wendy, girl, I would ditch that money for my freedom. I ain't even gonna lie. Because listen, it's not about Wendy per se. They after that money. They are definitely after that money. Girl, if I was Wendy, this is just me. Girl, you done lived a good life, girl. If I was Wendy, I would ditch the hell out of that damn money and be on my way, girl, on the next thing smoking. Do you hear me? I'll be gone. Because that's what they after, girl. Tell them take the money. Take it all. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it. There, take it. Let me go, baby. Just let me go. I don't take all the rights away. Take everything. You can have it. Just let me go. That's just me. I don't know if she can. Danielle asked, can she do that? I don't know, but it seemed like they're more after the money than anything. Because let me tell you something. You're not going to tell me that these people really have Wendy's best interest at heart, because they don't. They literally don't. They don't have an interest for Wendy at all. They are literally on here basically saying Wendy have all these issues, all this stuff going on, and she can't have this and she can't do that. Wooty wooty woo. Girl, them people is trying to lock her up for many reasons, and I think the money is one of the main ones. I really do. Let's get into the article with the judge, girl. She needs to request a new judge. I don't know if she can, but this is getting real bad. Now, this is the judge. It says Wendy Williams, guardianship judge, is pissed. She's speaking to the media and has suggested even tighter restrictions. Judge Lisa Sokoloff, is that how you say her name? Who has been subject to investigation herself after she awarded guardianship to attorneys, law firms, and other parties who donated to her Supreme Court campaign fund between 2019 and 2022. So this judge is apparently, allegedly, already crooked. Like they just donate to her so-called campaign, and then she give them guardianship over people's stuff, allegedly. The judge released $5,720 in campaign donations and granted 62 appointments in 2022 alone. Fired off an email to Wendy's attorney, and she is having trouble hiding her contempt for the former talk show host. The judge references a prior hearing in which she ordered that Wendy be moved to a new facility. Quote, I have always contended that Wendy will be given the independence she can handle. I question how well she has handled that independence since she has been given. Let me say this. Who is the judge of how much independence she can handle? Who is the deciding factor? The guardian? What? The judge feeling some type of way. It says, in a very recent email, Judge Sokoloff showed her hand pretty clearly, telling Wendy's lawyer, tell your client that if she wants a jury, she should refrain from trying to poison the jury pool. It says she also added the hospital wants to discharge her. Miss Morrissey, the guardian, has facilities who, despite her behavior, are willing to assess her. She needs to go back to the coterie until a new facility can be found. So basically, and we're about to click on the article. Basically, what's happening here is the judge is saying, girl, I already wanted her moved back in the past, and y'all haven't moved her yet. And I don't give a damn what type of assessment she's got. The guardianship has one that she can get down at the facility. So that's where she needs to go. That's what is given to me. Now, this is my problem with this. Why would she go to the guardian's assessors when the guardian's interest is to keep her under the guardianship? Make it make sense. I need somebody out there to make this make sense. If the guardian's whole situation and the whole thing for her is to get her and keep her under this guardianship, why would that even be a thing? Like, why would I even go over there? Shouldn't that be a conflict of interest? That should be definitely a conflict of interest. We read that part. Hold on. It says apparently Wendy's lawyer fired back, saying it would be wrong to move her to an even more restrictive facility than where she is right now, a residential facility called Coterie. It says the judge wrote in an email, I have always contended that Wendy Williams would be given the independence she can handle. I question how well she has handled the independence she has been given. So basically saying like Wendy Williams been showing her ass. Multiple sources with direct knowledge tells TMZ the judge is pissed off. Wendy has been speaking to the media and grousing about the guardian, the guardianship and the facility she's in, which she calls a luxury prison. Let me say something. If this judge already has a history of being corrupt, allegedly, with these guardianships, why is she even presiding over this? And also, Wendy, your lawyers might be in on it too. Because you do know they work together, right? Your lawyers could. I would fire everybody and start over. Let's start there first. I would request a new judge. I would get, if she can, I would get new lawyers. Because something in the milk here ain't clean. They are really trying to break this lady, like all the way down. It says, our sources say the judge has repeatedly warned Wendy not to speak to the media, although the judge never explained why she had a problem with Wendy speaking out. In another recent email, Judge Sokoloff showed her hand pretty clearly, telling Wendy's lawyer, tell your client if she wants a jury, she should refrain from trying to poison the jury pool. In other words, the judge is upset that Wendy is telling the media she's not mentally incompetent and should not be locked in a guardianship. The judge clearly has problems with Wendy speaking out. Although Wendy says she feels like a prisoner in Coterie, despite the guardian's lawyer saying she's free to come and go, which is a lie, Wendy says she cannot even leave the 5th floor memory unit without an attendant letting her go down the elevator. And as a result, she rarely is able to get fresh air. A current staffer at the facility confirmed this to TMZ. Wendy also cannot receive phone calls. She has no internet and says she's almost never allowed visitors. She aced the mental capacity test Monday at Lenox Hill Hospital, where she is staying while doctors perform other tests. The judge wrote the hospital wants to discharge her. The Morrissey, the Guardian, has facilities who, despite her behavior, are willing to assess her. She needs to go back to the coterie until a new facility can be found. People close to Wendy tell TMZ Wendy is bracing for having even more freedom taken away, adding, "This is pure retaliation for Wendy speaking up for herself to get out of an abusive guardianship." You know, to be completely honest, it could be even more dark and sinister than what I'm saying. It could be about more than just the money, but I think the money is the driving force, and this is sad. And I don't even know if Wendy's going to be able to get out of this. I don't even know. They trying to send this lady back to the same place who want to keep her there and have them assess her. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. That's like the military, how they be investigating themselves. Make that make sense. That part, Mrs. Higgins, I'm going to just leave it right there. This is really bad. That lady want her under stricter conditions, and she can't even get out where she at right now. Make it make sense. Now, the niece, they done flipped it over to the niece and said that she kidnapped Wendy for taking her out to eat. Wendy Williams assisted living facilities files police report claiming her niece, Alex Fine, kidnapped her by taking her out to dinner. It says, neighbors, this is all too much. Wendy Williams assisted living facility reportedly filed a police report alleging that her niece, Alex Fine, kidnapped her by taking her to dinner. According to TMZ, Fine recently accompanied Wendy Williams from the hospital where she has been undergoing psychological evaluations back to the coterie, the residence she has been staying at the last 8 months. After spending time at the facility, Fine reportedly took her aunt to an Italian restaurant for dinner. Staff and the coterie allegedly contacted the New York Police Department, claiming Fine had broken their rules by taking Wendy out without proper authorization. Under the facility's regulations, Wendy Williams cannot leave the 5th floor memory care unit without assistance, as an attendant must operate the elevator. Now, the judge literally just said that she has freedoms at that place. Well, then why are they filing kidnapping charges on her niece taking her to dinner? That kind of corroborates what Wendy says. I could barely get fresh air. I can't go down the elevator unless I got an attendant with me. You literally are proving Wendy's points. You're literally proving her point by filing charges on the niece for taking her to dinner because there wasn't an attendant to go down the elevator. I feel so bad for Wendy. Oh my God. My heart goes out to her. My heart goes out to her family. I just want everything to work out for Wendy. That lady don't deserve this. No human being deserves this. Right, JM. If Wendy's free to go, come and go, how did the niece kidnap her? They're literally talking out both sides of their neck. On one hand, no, she's not locked away. She has freedoms. Oh, you took her to dinner. Kidnapping. My prayers go out to Wendy. Because I know me, girl. I be done jumped off the balcony, girl. Fuck all that. My prayers go out to Wendy. I feel so bad for her. My prayers really go out to her. I hope that things work out in her favor. But even she said she's bracing herself for even more stricter conditions. That means if she probably won't even have no windows at the next place. Ridiculous. Y'all keep Wendy in y'all prayers. Now we got to move to the last situation, which is the Department of Education. Yes. All right. And we're not going to spend too much time on this. Actually, y'all do know this was outside the department. The Department of Education is where this happened.
Look them in the eye. Come on, hold your face up. Look at him. Let him see you. This is him. Look at it. What's your name? Tell us your name. Give me that ID again.
Giving you the ID, I showed it to you.
So what?
I showed you the ID.
You do what?
I showed you the ID.
Could you let me see the ID again? Huh?
No.
No? Will someone else ask him for the ID? Will you ask him for it? He won't let me see it again. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. They didn't see it.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. So you gotta show me I didn't say it. If I didn't say it, then yeah, then I don't know because I didn't say it. So let me get y'all to what's going on. First of all, the average human who don't understand what the Department of Education is, don't understand what is happening here. The Department of Education, most people think is literally what drives and fuels the books and all that stuff. And they think that without the Department of Education, our children are going to plunder, even though they're not reading at the right level anyway. The Department of Education is a entity, in my opinion, for layman terms. It's a place where they funnel in a lot of money and pushing a lot of agendas on these children. Okay, that's literally what the Department of Education is. It was through the Department of Education they got the TS people to go down there and dance for the kindergartners. It was through the Department of Education they got the books to talk about all the things you can identify as and all these 57 different sexes and genders and all that came through the Department of Education. Okay. A lot of y'all think that it has everything to do with your children's learning ability, and it has absolutely zero to do with that. Well, in a sense it does, because it wants your child to be where it's at, which is behind. Remember, the Department of Education and the education system as a whole is to create workers and slaves, not independent thinkers at all. The more education you have, the more indoctrinated you tend to be. And this is coming from somebody with 2 degrees, okay? 2. So don't say, but Vinny, you're degree shaming. You're just mad because you don't have anything except a GED. Wrong, duck, goose. Got a high school diploma and 2 degrees. So tread light. So I'm telling you, the more education you get, the more indoctrinated you are. But back to the Department of Education. That place was used to funnel money. This is what they would do. They would tell you that the Department of Education is providing books and school lunch and this, that, and the third, when that wasn't the case. These people were allegedly taking kickbacks from the government to push agendas, and it was not going into the schools. For instance, I'm from a small place called New Orleans, Louisiana, but I understand the way Black people live, and it's pretty identical all over America. Most inner city Black schools are underfunded. Tremendously underfunded. Hell, I can remember when I was in elementary school, at first we could take home books. You know what I'm saying? They had books, they would assign you books, but then they stopped doing that. We couldn't take home no more books. Remember back in the day, put a 1 in the chat if you used to have to make up a book cover for your books. And you look in the book to see who all had the book the year before you. Then it was, you can't even take home the books. If the Department of Education was for the betterment of the education of children, then why is it that children at one point couldn't even have books? Why are the schools falling apart? Why are there asbestos in these schools causing these children to have all type of long-term illnesses? Why are the children eating horrible? If the Department of Education was for the children, why are the children reading at a 4th grade level graduating out of high school? Why does the Department of Education push No Child Left Behind? That literally is more of a hindrance for your child than a doggone help. This is what the Department of Education is. But see, they promote it to you as if, oh no, this is for your child. Without the Department of Education, you guys don't understand. You're going to be so messed up because your child is they're going to take the books away and they're going to take this away and your child is not going to be able to do this. And it has nothing to do with it. It's a bunch of rich people funneling money and agendas through each other's hands. That's all it is. So when Trump say, throw the whole Department of Education away, I say, hell yeah. Throw it away. Throw it away. Billions of dollars all over America funneled through the Department of Education, and our children can't read. Make this make sense. I need somebody out here to make this make sense. There are billions of dollars funneled through the Department of Education. If so, then why can't our children read? What they doing with the money? All right? With the amount of money that they giving to these schools, your children should be given a laptop for good. But that's not what this is about. None of this is what you think it is. Let's really be clear about that. None of this is what you think it is. Okay? None of it. If they say it's for this, it's really for something completely opposite of whatever they see. Oh, yeah. I heard about this too. And you see that? You see that gap too, bastard? Hold on. Let me get on here. I'm glad you put this in the chat. Because I heard about this. I heard about this. You see that gap too, bastard, Dagger Stacy? Oh, yeah, Dagger Abrams did heard about you giving that money down there to your, no, she got a whole bunch of money. They say TT Maxine gave her daughter millions of dollars. All this through this USAID, Department of Education. They stealing money right from under your nose. And see you, Dagger Abrams, bitch, you almost had me. See, when you was over there running for governor down in Georgia, I was backing you. I said, oops, she got on a dagger suit, but that's all right. She a black woman. She's smart, and she still is. And I was here for you. But I started squinting my eye at you, bitch, when you came down here and flipped Georgia blue and disappeared. It wasn't even the fact that you flipped it blue. I was here for it. But, bitch, when you disappeared, ho, I said, oh, yeah. At that point, I said, it's something going on with Dagger Abrams. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Bitch, you came down here and flipped the whole state blue, bitch. Ain't never been done. One woman flipped the whole fucking state and disappeared in the wind, bitch. It was at that point I knew she's a part of it all. Mind you, this is around the time I'm waking up. So, I know now more than I know then. But it was at that point I realized she's a part of the system. So her getting $2 billion sounds about right. Girl, I don't know where she went. Let me tell you, she disappeared and never came back until I think the next election. We ain't seen her since the next election. No cap. This is real story. Anybody who live in Georgia know I ain't lying. Anybody who was paying attention know I ain't lying. Anybody who was paying attention to at that time know that I'm not lying. That lady came down here and flipped the whole state blue. Listen to me and listen to me good. Georgia is a Bible Belt red state. Only in Atlanta is that woke liberal shit. Outside of the city of Atlanta, people don't be on that shit. I'm telling you now. You can only find that for real in the city of Atlanta. Everywhere else, you don't see that. That lady turned the whole state blue and then disappeared. I was already looking at her sideways, but neither here nor there. Okay. The Department of Education is not your friend. So when Trump said get rid of it, I say good. He's basically saying leave education in the hands of the states. And I think that that's fair. I told you who your real president was anyway. Your real president ain't never been the president of the United States. It's your governor, duck goose. The person with the most power is your governor. Let me say that one more time. The person in politics that has the most power is your governor. If you have something going on in your state that you don't like, you literally have the power to vote that governor out and put exactly who you want in, who's going to have the best interest of your state. It's your governor. The governor is who you think the president is. You get it? That's why Trump could say, okay, you're not going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to pull funding. Because that's what it's all about. The federal government basically uses money to have the states do what they want them to do. Is this thing on? I'm going to say it one more time. The federal government uses the money to make the states do whatever it is they want them to do. Your governor is your real president. That's why they keep you focused on the federal government and on the president of the United States. And they don't hardly no emphasis on your governor. Because if you figure that part out, you might crack a cold, girl. Agree with or not agree with, Ron DeSantis has been pushing back on a lot of shit the federal government has been bringing his way because he has the power to. I'll give you another example. Remember during George Floyd when they had the riots, and remember Trump wanted them to deploy all those National Guard units, and remember all those governors got on a call with him and told them they're not deploying shit? Put a one in the chat if you remember that. George Floyd riots, they were going crazy in DC and other places, and Trump said, hey, y'all need to deploy y'all National Guards. If you don't deploy these National Guards, shit gonna get real bad. And them governors, the leftist ones, got on the call and said, we ain't doing a motherfucking thing. And then Trump came on TV and said, y'all governors a bunch of hoes out here. Y'all some hoes out here. Y'all some hoe ass niggas. For lack of a better term. I'm just telling you what happened. For lack of a better term, he basically came out there and blasted them and said they don't have no backbone, they weak, they lame, boom, 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 boom. Because he can't make them do what he don't want them to do. It's got to be some crazy like world, like fucking. It's got to be some national threat type shit for him to even be able to try to get a hold of these states. You get it? Your governor is that's the one with the power. So what Trump is doing is taking back the Department of Education, taking that federal money that they've been using to coerce these states and say, let your president, let your governor do it. Let him be in charge of what you learn and how you learn and things of that nature. Why is that a bad thing? Can somebody ask me or help me to understand why that is a bad thing? If you didn't know, now you know. Because see, they don't teach you this. They teach you about the president. That's a distraction. Now, Trump wants to get rid of the Department of Education, and now people are losing jobs. But this is the gag. A lot of the jobs that these people were hired for were frivolous bullshit jobs. That's why people acting like these people been in their job for 15 years and Trump just running in here talking about, oh, you fired. No, a lot of these are new jobs that were just created under this last administration. And basically, they are losing these jobs because they never should have been. It's a lot of money going to these people who literally doing nothing, a lot of them. Let's talk about it. Not everybody, but a lot of them ain't been doing shit and been getting paid top dollar to not do nothing. So they get Trump into a doggone what do you call it, press conference, and they asked him how he felt about all these people. I think 130,000 people lost their jobs or something like that. And this is what Trump had to say. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Get the likes up on the video because this is very important, y'all. This is what Trump had to say about all them people losing their jobs.
And what responsibility do you feel to the civil servants who have now lost their jobs? Many of them worked at the Department of Education during the first term.
Sure, I do. I feel very badly, but many of them don't work at all. Many of them never showed up to work. Many of them never showed up to work, Kelly.
And what responsibility do you feel to the civil servants who have now lost their jobs? Many of them worked at the Department of Education during the first term.
Sure, I do. I feel very badly, but many of them don't work at all. Many of them never showed up to work. Many of them never showed up to work, Kelly.
So basically what Trump is saying is, I mean, I feel bad, but at the end of the day, a lot of them wasn't doing shit. They weren't doing nothing. Getting paid top dollar, top health care, retirement funds, and they wasn't doing shit. So fuck them is what he said. Basically, what I got from Trump was fuck them. And I'm not laughing at nobody doing losing their jobs. I'm just saying, like, if you were able to get by on the system all that time, hey, let me tell you something about me. I'm not a good scammer or a thief because I have too much of a conscience. But let me say this. If I was in a position where I was able to get a bunch of money, do you know how much rainy day money I'm about to have on the side? Because I know this shit ain't going to last forever. Man, look, I'll be burying money. Do you hear me? Stop acting crazy. So that's what Trump had to say about the situation. Now, all of the Democrats start losing their minds per usual. Look at Tim Walz, Tampon Tim on here, and this is what he had to say about the Department of Education. Remember, he's a governor. Here's a president. Here is a state president. Here's a president right here. When the Department of Education was kicking back money, funneling money to these states, who pocketbook was it going in? I'm trying to show y'all something. Who pocketbook was the money going in? Your state president. In this case, Tim Walz. They are the ones controlling the purse strings after they get this money from the federal government. Okay? I'm trying to show you something. So now, of course, he's going to have a big problem with that because, girl, you just took money out my pocketbook. But he's not going to say that. He can't say that. He has to say, oh, my God, this is horrible for the kids, because that's how he gets you emotionally charged and on his side. You get it? Let's get into what Tampon Tim had to say. Check it out. Get the likes up on the video.
Look, let's just name it what it is. The president has no idea how education works. He has no idea how these work. He has no idea how any of this works. Reallocating them to what? You know, these are professionals that understand. These are civil rights attorneys that understand and making sure we're getting it right. These are educational experts that research. When we talk about research, we're not reading Newsmax online.
When I hear civil rights, and I'm sorry how low it is, y'all, but when I hear civil rights, I get triggered. Because Black people, when you hear civil rights, that means everybody but you. When I hear, oh, these are civil rights people, everybody getting civil rights except us. So when I hear that, oh, these are civil rights attorneys, I don't want to hear that ugly ass shit. Fuck them too. I don't want to hear it.
It's peer-reviewed studies to show what brain science looks like and how you get an impact. These people have no idea on this, that this is just a random dude who came in and said, cut money. And this is a place, yeah, you know, it is a place where we spend money because it's our future. And they're just randomly cutting it. So I don't even know how to respond to these now of what they're going to do. I know this is what they're thinking. They're going to say is, oh, we're just going to block grant it. We're going to block grant it to the states or whatever. And then we're going to take off all this. If you got a child like I do that has an IEP, good luck with that because I know where they're going to be. We can put them somewhere else, or we can train them to do something menial for their lives or whatever. It's absolutely outrageous. It's morally reprehensible what they're going to do, and they're going to put those very students at risk. So no.
Can I be honest? I think IEPs do more harm than help. I'm not trying to trigger nobody, but I think IEPs do more harm than help. And the reason being is because now children are totally dependent on somebody else, but neither here nor there. This is what he's saying. Some random dude just came down and talking about get rid of this and slash this and put it into the states. Like he doesn't know what he's talking about because I have a kid with an IEP and this is not going to be good for him. So in translation, what Tim Walz is saying, he taking money out of my pocketbook. And this is not cool. But I'm going to use my son with the IEP as a reason why it's not cool. But for real, it's about the money he's taking out of my pocketbooks. Yes, put it back in the States. But when he put it in the States, you lose your money. You lose funding. You lose funding. When he say put it back in the States, that's taking away the money. That's why Tim Walz is freaking out. That's why he's freaking out. Oh, let me make you laugh, Little Feather Hummingbird. I'm gonna make you laugh even more. Little Feather says they do because they label our children and it goes with them to senior year and they get treated differently. I'm about to add that and put 20 on that 10. It goes to them. It goes with them through college and through jobs. Yes, if your child has an IEP in high school, your child will have an IEP in college. IEP, individual education program, is basically a child gets a person One person that basically helps them do work all day. They basically get a crutch. You know, when we was in school, we had a thing called special ed. And in special ed, it was probably less than 0.1% of the school. And I'm not talking about the ones who had physical differences. I'm talking about the ones who learned different. It was less than 0.1% of the school. They probably had like total 25 children in school that were in special ed because of learning. No cap. Put a 3 in the chat if you remember back then. They probably had one classroom total, maybe 2. It was a half of a hallway. They all went down the same hallway. Maybe 2 of children who needed special education because of learning disabilities or learning deficiencies. Less than 0.1% of the school. Not everybody child got a problem. Y'all don't think nothing crazy about that? Department of Education. The Department of Education is the one telling you all your churn slow. It's the Department of Education who's pushing that all your kids is slow. I'm just saying. Facts. How did we get so many not crazy? How did we get so many kids who have so many learning deficiencies? What happened between then and now? A lot of it is misdiagnosis, if you ask me. Let's get over here to this video from Fox News with them closing down the Department of Education.
Employees will begin receiving pink slips as early as this hour, Brett. We have seen rallies today from folks trying to save this agency, as we are told that those employees have been getting emails about these impending cuts for quite some time. Those emails, Brett, include information on severance packages and how to take advantage of buyouts. We're also told the department told the entire workforce to vacate their offices by 6 p.m. tonight over security issues. Now, we don't know if there is an outside or an internal threat. We are watching the building right now, Brett, but you can imagine this is a very, very tense time in Washington right now. As you know, President Trump has many times spoken.
Hold on. Let's see, I be watching everything. How many niggas you see in this crowd? And I'm going to slow it down because I'm trying to see something. How many niggas you see in this crowd for all the black people windmilling behind this doggone DEI? I'm going to slow it down. How many niggas do you see in this crowd? Count them. That's right. Show your face. Show them your face. How many niggas do you see in this crowd? Look. I don't want this to go over y'all head because we doing the most windmilling, and look at the crowd. And we doing the most windmilling.
President Trump.
That's what I be talking about. That's what I be talking about because I be paying attention to stuff like that. We doing the most windmilling, and how many of us in the crowd? Sound about right.
Trump has many times spoken about shutting this department down entirely, giving states control of education instead. This is exactly why Democrats are using every venue available to them, whether it's hearings here on Capitol Hill, to attack Elon Musk, to attack Doge and President Trump. In fact, House Democrats blasted all 3 in 2 hearings today about waste and fraud.
The so-called Department of Government Efficiency. And some of you know that I refer to it as the Department of Government Evil for my own particular purposes because of the way it's affected working men and working women and their families across this country.
Make no mistake, Elon Musk, Doge, is a homegrown threat.
Brett, you'll remember Secretary Linda McMahon got a ton of questions about shutting this department down during her Senate confirmation hearing. When that happened, she told lawmakers that Congress really has the ultimate authority to shut this federal agency down, although we we'll see here soon that the administration has full authority to at least gut it as much as they can. Brett.
Okay, we'll monitor this as we look live at the Education Department. Aisha Hasni live on the Hill. Aisha, thanks. We will see the Department of Education Secretary Linda.
So, again, when you understand what this is all about, you understand why the Democrats are so up in arms. That's money coming out of their pockets. That's literal money coming out of their pockets. And that's why they all up in arms. But at the end of the day, at the very end of the day, it doesn't help us in the job force or our children. So when you see all these people losing their minds, that's because it's messing with their munions. Now look at Pocahontas. Let's get Pocahontas on here. Y'all remember Pocahontas? Pocahontas, who later came out and said that she's sorry for saying that she was Pocahontas because it was just something that her brothers and them was told as a myth that she was kin to Pocahontas. Girl, bye. Anyway, Pocahontas had something to say about the Department of Education being taken away too. Check it out.
This is a code red, shout it from the rooftops moment. Trump is letting Elon Musk steal our children's futures. He's trying to shut down an agency that funds after-school programs, an agency that helps millions of kids get the financial aid they need when they go to college, an agency that enforces our civil rights laws that protect our students. So if you're a student or if you're a public school teacher, Trump is sending a message loud and clear. He doesn't care about you and he doesn't care about your family. This is just another part of Elon Musk and Donald Trump's playbook to dismantle public education in America. We have to stop them.
I have a question. I don't have a child in school, so I might be out of touch. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a child that gets free after school program. Put a 2 in the chat if you got to pay. Put a 1 in the chat if you have children who get free after school programs, meaning you could, when the school is out, you could drop the kid off, they feed the kid, Put a 2 in the chat if you have to pay. I don't care if it's a small amount, just if you have to pay. I'm just trying to see something. I haven't had a child in school in years, so I don't know. But 1, if it's free, 2, if you got to pay for after school programs. Okay, Armand said my free offer school free. Okay, we got a couple of 1s. Okay. So we have some 1s, but we have an overwhelmingly number of 2s. I'm saying all that to say, if people are paying for these after school programs, then how does that help your case of using the after school programs as, oh, he's trying to cut funding? What funding? Because it seems like a lot of people are paying for their children to go to these after school programs. Like, it doesn't seem like the majority of people are getting free after school and before school programs. I know everybody that I've run across, they talk about how their kids leave the nursery and go into daycare, and because they get off at 5 and the children get out at 3 or 2:30, they have to pay to have their children go. This is in Georgia though. Maybe this is a Georgia thing. But in Georgia, they have to pay for the after school programs. And I done ran across a lot of people with kids because we get off at 5:30 and them children get out of school at 2:33. So they be having to pay for their kids to go to after school programs. So I'm saying all that to say it's all null and void. They're using these things that they know you need as gaslighting tools to get you to side with them because it's coming out their purse, girl. And also too, you lucky if you got a free after school program. You are lucky because listen, where I work at, girl, these people be complaining and they talk about the after school programs damn near just as much as the nursery, girl, out here in Georgia. Out here in Georgia, girl, listen. And because they got to go to work so early, they be having to get before school care too. So it's before school and after school care. And if you got multiple kids, I be feeling bad for these people. Ooh, I be feeling so bad. They be coming out of pocket coin. Do you hear me? Because they got to be to work at this time in the church and get off. Girl, I feel bad for them. But, you know, this is the point. I'm going to say this, and then we're going to read some super chats, and I'm going to dip. And shout out to everybody in the building. Thank y'all so much for everybody who wished me happy birthday. This is the point. The fact of the matter is this. The Department of Education was never your friend. Never. Actually, it's been a tool. It has been a tool used to give all these type of situations to your kids and put them in situations that don't help them to thrive. My biggest thing for IEPs is this. Okay, you hold a child's hand all the way up through high school. How does that child become a productive citizen if his hand has been held or her hand has been held the entire time? That's one of my drawbacks for IEP. But I do think some kids may need it. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. I'm saying all that to say the Department of Education was never your friend, and you should not be windmilling for a system that, number one, you can't work in. We just saw the people. And then number two, don't benefit your child. Let the clears battle the clears. You deal with what you can deal with that affects you, and then you move from there, okay? Other than that, all that other stuff, girl, them people is sitting up here, Jasmine Crockett, getting all these people on here to get you all aroused and get you all up in arms because they need you to fight the fight for them. Okay? Best believe it. Best believe it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Thank you so much for everything. Kira, thank you for the super chat. Says, happy birthday, Boo. I hope you have the most amazing birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Kira Bryant. Thank you so much. Ty Styles, thank you for the super chat. Sorry, my man can't wait. Sorry, my man can't want a man. Also, too much mix up. Yep, facts. Thank you so much, Mel OC. Thank you for the super chat, Boo. Blessed born day, and you better preach. I'm so glad I came across your channel. You echo my mind 90% of the time, and you look so damn young. You fooled me, girl. Oh, thank you, girl. You know, I be drinking water and whatnot. Matter of fact, let me take me a sip. Because I be drinking water. I drink liquor too, though, but I be drinking water. It be the water. Thank you so much. Pure Joy, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Boo. Thank you so much, Pure Joy. Y'all, shout out to everybody in the building. Abundance and Clarity, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday to the big Boo, not the little one. Thank you for your time, humor, and knowledge. You are beyond appreciated. Enjoy your next trip around the sun, Fat. May you be blessed abundantly. Hit the like button. Thank you so much, Abundance and Clarity. Thank you so much. Y'all hit the like button. London, thank you for the super chat. Love you, Boo. You're like my big sis in my head. Thank you, little sis. Thank you so much. Princess Tianna, thank you for the super chat. Doechi has a lyric in her song that literally says, what in the new world order sounds like a confession to me. Girl, all them people in that industry. All of them in that industry, girl. Thank you, Princess. SL, I ain't seen you in a minute. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for creating the space, Miss Vu. Thank you so much. I ain't seen you in a minute, SL. Welcome back. Thank you, Boo. And London, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. Thank you so much. TL, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Fat. Love you. You are my sister in my head. God bless. And I'm praying you. I pray you live to see many more. Thank you so much, TL. Thank you so much. Bree, thank you for the super chat. Name change is $250. What? That's how them Africans changing their name. Girl, they taking your last name, Fat. Y'all better do y'all genealogy. Thank you, Bree. Thank you for the super chat, Nicole Oxendine. She says, happy birthday, Boo. Love you down, Voodoo. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Nicole. Shanta So Unique Jones, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Boo. I still be in the comments and love you down to the ground. I just have 2 jobs now. Congratulations on your channel. Thank you, Shanta. And I appreciate y'all. Even the ones who don't comment, who be in the bushes. I appreciate y'all too. Thank you so much, Shanta. I appreciate it. Miss Kennedy, thank you for the super chat. Happy solar return. Thank you so much. Starlise Lawson, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Voodoo. Thank you. Thank you so much. Dolls Hour, thank you for the super chat. Schedule change, Boo. I'm missing lives and catching replays, but had to come show you love and buy you a drink, mamas. Thank you for clarity and enlightenment. No amount of money could ever define my love and appreciation for you and your channel. Happy birthday. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Dolls Hour. That was so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate everybody though. I really do. Thank y'all so much, bro. Esther, thank you for the super chat. I think they're gonna take her out and claim suicide. Happy birthday. With Wendy, child, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me, child. Thank you, Esther. Talanda, thank you for becoming a new member. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the members too. Abundance and Clarity, thank you for the super chat. Dagger Stacey Abrams, $2 billion. We talked about that. Yeah, we talked about that gap too, heifer. Mila Liddy, thank you for the super chat. Voodoo, keep being the alarm clock. Thank you so much. I'm trying, girl. It get hard out here. Sassy Brown, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. Although I'm older than you, I love that you can teach me some things. You are a gifted force. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you know, it ain't even about age because I learned a lot from younger people too. Dawes Hour, thank you for the super chat. Department of Education costs taxpayers $600 billion a year. Over the years, funding has gone up 50% while academic achievement is plummeting down. But these things we fighting to keep instead of bettering our community. Shake my head. Now that is a word. $600 billion a year in funding from us, the taxpayers, and we can't read. And then it's gone up 50%. That's crazy. Yeah, we got to get rid of that crap. Thank you, Dawes Hour, for that education. BeingTrueLove.com, thank you for the super chat. Easy to develop dementia following years of use, especially snorting cocaine. If you wonder how people in the hood seem to do it, I think they move on to smoking or lacing. I cannot snort for decades and be sane. But I know Wendy admitted that she was snorting back in the day, but did she say that she was actively still doing it? Because I know she said she quit when she was getting pregnant with a baby, huh? But that's good tea. Thank you so much. TL, thank you for the super chat. Here's the flip side. My autistic son has one and I use the system to get him help. He graduated from community college and Texas paid for it. He's transferring to university. My son is the exception. And I'm so happy for that. Congratulations to your son. Congratulations. I love that for him. Thank you so much. Sean, thank you for the super chat. I love Georgia because of children. I don't know what STG means. I've seen it so many times. Oldest born there. Damn. I'm not hip to the lingo, y'all. Sorry. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Eccentric, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Voodoo. Thank you so much, Eccentric. And Tracy White, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, happy birthday, Boo. You may be like fine wine and better with age. Enjoy your special day. Thank y'all so much, y'all. I got to get off of here. I want to be back about 3 o'clock so that we can Joce again because I want to be done here early enough to me and my man to have some time or whatever the case, girl. But with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all on here. Love y'all down to the ground. Catch me at the dollhouse later on this evening. We're going to Joce a couple topics. And yeah, I love y'all so much. I got to get off of here. And I will see y'all later. Y'all love on each other and take care of each other and educate yourselves, my love. Love y'all. Peace.
Come on, Blake. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, Blaze.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.